song for us, Dan?
Yes.
Nice job. Why is my head cut off, Dan?
Oh, oops. Go for it.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday, and welcome to Getting Baked with Crystal. Hello to everybody who got new cats this week. Just me and Terry.
Up in the top corner.
Just me and Terry. Yeah. Oh, you got him back on camera. He is back in the bathroom, but by his own choice. He was given free reign of the house last night. He went and found a cat bed and slept on it all night long. If you follow RFS Cats on Instagram, you can see him snuggling the bed as happy as could be. Today he found a new bed, and he was sleeping on the bathroom counter, and Dan brought one of the beds into the bathroom, and he hopped right into it. And
he christened it, and then huzzah!
He very much loves soft things, loves them a lot. He's very excited for soft things a lot. It's a little disturbing, and I hope he breaks that habit, but
there he is. He's chilling
happy
today. He's probably on his little meds still, and he's probably on the medsies, and then there he is, cute as could be in the corner.
He's very happy. As soon as you touch him, he just starts purring. He's happy. So that's the update. There's really nothing until next week. We did have to give him the subcutaneous fluids. Went really smoothly. Not a problem at all. So new thing that we are capable of doing for our pets. Sam wants to know how he christened the bed. I'm going to leave that to your imagination.
Go ask your mom and dad.
Yeah, he really loves it. Hannah says, oh, stripers. Maybe strippers does fit better. Maybe it does. Just really likes soft things. Look, the poor guy slept on asphalt and dirt his whole life. He's just really happy to have soft things. Strippers is snippers, Jim. Has been forever.
I'll make it big. Look at his ear. It's hard to tell, but the left side of the screen, dude, that thing's like half gone.
Yeah, they took a big chunk of his ear. He is fixed.
I will say, you know what they say about taking big chunks out of the ear, right?
What, Dan?
But
I don't know.
But yeah,
I've never heard that saying before.
It was a striper's packing joke. So.
Yeah, well, he's gonna fit in well. Him and Topo will be best friends as they fight over pillows. Beer and Bud got to pet some cats today. They are on his Twitter feed. I do not have a Twitter, so I will not see them, but I'm very glad you get to pet cats. There's few things in the world better than petting cats. Afriel says, yay, beach waves, Crystal. Is that what we're calling it? I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't know. Yes, Sam, yes. Yes.
What are we making today?
We are making oatmeal muffins that are not really marketed as healthy, branded as healthy. But they're a healthier option. As I said in the post about this recipe, Blake is back in class. The semester has started, and he's trying to find something to keep him satiated in between classes to make it to his next break. Overnight oats is not doing it. He doesn't really want to get up early enough to make breakfast. I feel you, kid. Totally get it. But he doesn't want to have like a burger. Ooh, it got darker. Shannon says, one reason we don't have boy cats. Yeah, well, I like the boy cats, though. They're so snuggly. I just wish they would calm down. Only Topo and Stripers do that. The other three are fine. But anyway, so this is an oatmeal recipe. It has a couple of options if you guys did check out the recipe, which, by the way, when I tried to open it on the computer that I usually use, the tiny computer here, it wouldn't open. The website has a security risk. People are going to steal my information while I look at the recipe. I don't know. I can open it on my phone, no problem. I was able to open it on the other computer, no problem. So you may or may not be able to view this recipe. We'll see how it turns out to see if you even want to view it. I don't know. So some of the options are all-purpose flour versus cake flour. We're going to use cake flour to make them a little cakier. And brown sugar versus white sugar. We're going to use brown sugar because it's got the molasses in it. It'll make it a little bit sweeter since an oatmeal muffin is not really that sweet. The other change I'm making is, if you guys have been here before, you know I don't really use buttermilk because then we buy buttermilk. I use it for one recipe and we don't use the rest of buttermilk. So I have buttermilk powder, thanks to my friend Holly for showing me that this was a thing. I have already added it to a cup of water. It's 4 tablespoons of buttermilk powder for every cup of water. So I let it soak a little bit because it's like clumpy, like flour almost. So you have to let it sit a little bit. So I've been stirring it and letting it kind of absorb in there so it, what's the word I'm looking for? Dissolves in there? Like mixes? Yeah, that. Cake flour is going to make it cakier? Dang, who'da thunk it? Thanks, PJ. Any little thing I can do to try to make an oatmeal muffin taste better. Blake is not here, by the way, so he will not try these tonight, but he will be back on Monday. Huh?
Dan
will be here. Dan will try it. He has class Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so those are the days he will hopefully take these if they're good. Interesting, you're making muffins, as I got 6 bags of muffin mix at Meijer today on sale for $1 each. Awesome. I love baking discounts. Here's the problem I always have, though. I stock up on the baking things, like, oh my god, almond extract's $1. Let me get 6 of them. And then I end up with 4 expired almond extracts.
The Almond Brothers.
Oh, I do it all. You know how much extract I've thrown away in my life? So much extract. I always buy it when it's on sale. Always. My friend uses an immersion blender to mix milk. I bet that would work great. I don't have one. Lily CK says, that's smart, Crystal, to use buttermilk powder. I also make my own homemade buttermilk. Before this, I always did it with vinegar or lemon juice in milk. But this seems to work. It doesn't replicate exactly the buttermilk and the buttermilk flavor, but it's pretty darn close, and it's better and easier than vinegar or lemon juice. And I just always have it in the fridge, so it works. Beerbook says, I've got extract that's like 20 years old that's still fine. Sometimes it's not an issue, but what was I making recently, Dan? I made something and I put some extract in there and it smelled very alcohol-y. It was a vanilla extract, but it didn't smell.
God. I don't recall what it was.
Maybe it was
an
almond one.
Throwing it away.
I threw away what I had mixed it into because it smelled not like the extract was supposed to smell. I had a new jar in there. I opened it up. I think it was an almond extract. I opened up the new one and it smelled like it was supposed to smell. The expired one did not, so... Yeah, it's not a risk I was going to take with a recipe and then have to have something baked and not want to eat it, so I just opened a new one. Luckily, I had a new one. I saw... Who was it? Ruby Silver said she made Nanaimo bars. I hope I said that right. Today. Awesome. I made those on the show once. They're surprisingly good. That's not an American thing. Like, I'm sure it exists somewhere in America, probably closer to the northern border.
Next to Nepal?
That's... Okay, neither of those are in America, Dan. Neither of them. At all. No. It's a Canadian thing. It's very popular in Canada, and we tried it on Canada Day, and they're surprisingly good. I liked them. I think that was the one that had coconut in it, wasn't it? Was it a coconut thing?
Probably.
I don't know. Beerbug says, maybe it's because I always get Adam's Pure Extract and bake twice a decade. That might be it. I usually go through it pretty quickly when I have just one jar. It's when I buy 6 of them that, like, I don't use it for 2 years. Almond extract that goes off gives me collywobbles. I love that word. Never heard it before. Smells like bitter almonds, aka cyanide. Yeah, maybe that was it. It was a very, like, pungent kind of alcohol-y smell. It was not good. I was not a fan and threw it all away. Ruby Silver says, yes, it's in the freezer setting, but cut one for my boyfriend to have a piece. You always have to. It's kind of the rule. The how long till I can put it in my mouth rule, where even if it's going to ruin it and make everything goo out, you gotta sacrifice it for the boyfriend to have a piece. I get it. I totally get it. Let me put this back in the fridge, because it is a refrigeratable item. Alright, so bear with me. I'm trying to get the recipe off of my phone here, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. Did you guys see the post I made? Did I make it on the baking group? Somewhere on Facebook, one of the two. That if you put something on the URL bar before the website address, it'll just pull the recipe out for you. So you don't have to scroll past the story about how grandma loved this recipe and you made it every Sunday for a Sunday dinner at grandma's house. But then grandma passed away, so you couldn't bring yourself to make it for 3 years. But then your 5-year-old daughter said, remember we had that? And then you got to read this huge story.
Did grandma get ran over by a reindeer?
She did. And
it's
now...
summertime. And it's lemon summer bars.
It's something, whatever. But if you're sick of scrolling through someone's life story to get to their recipe all the way down to the bottom. I was demonstrating to Dan, like, look at what I have to go through to get to a recipe. Nope, still going. Still going. Oh, look. Oh, there's the recipe. It pulls all that information out and just puts it on a page for you by itself. Much better. Jess says, I just hit jump to recipe that's the top of most pages. Absolutely. Most. Not all, though. And then I still have issues with... That's the other thing. I was talking about this, I think, last week or the week before, that sometimes I end up with so many pop-ups. You know, they have their banner at the top, they have their banner at the bottom, they have a video playing here, they have an ad here, and I can only see this much of the recipe at a time, and it's frustrating as heck to try to look at the recipe. And I'll get the computer out and do it on the computer, but it does the same thing, and if that becomes an issue, I can do it that way. Yes, most of them do have jump to recipe. A lot of them do not, though. I do run into that a lot where they do not, or sometimes it just doesn't work. It's not linked right or something. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt, and could you not? Please, if you're going to make a recipe blog, put jump to recipe and make sure it's linked correctly so I can get down to the damn recipe. That's all I have. Shall we start the recipe? My phone already went dark. Sometimes they have a button that you can click, like, don't let your phone go dark.
Can I do that for you? Want me to do that for you real quick?
No, it doesn't have it.
No, you want me to do it on your phone real quick?
Nah, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so first step is going to be to mix our buttermilk and our oats in a bowl and let them soak to hydrate. The recipe says traditional oats. My oats don't say traditional, so I had to Google it to figure out is that old-fashioned or quick oats, because neither of them say traditional. It is old-fashioned oats. We have 3 containers of quick oats, and no recipe ever uses quick oats.
I think I took them to the park to feed the
You bought a whole brand new one after you had already bought me the wrong kind once, because I keep both in there just in case, but you bought me the wrong kind, a big thing. I keep a little thing of the quick oats just in case. You bought a big one, and I'm like, oh, that's all right, I'll find a recipe and do something. And then you went to go feed the ducks, and you went and bought another big container. So.
Maybe I'll breed oats to PJ.
You might have to. Does PJ need oats?
You need oats, PJ.
Afriel says steel cut oats works well as well, if I remember right. I don't know the damn difference between all the oats. I don't know why there's so many varieties. Old-fashioned is pretty much what you have to use for everything.
Can I see your oat face?
My oat face? No. No, you cannot. All right, so it is 1.5 cups of oats and the 1 cup of buttermilk. So let me get my measuring cup. Whoa, that's not going to be good when I open it later. I hate it when you close the cupboard and hear something fall.
I ran away and leave it for you.
I know. I'm aware. The other night you ran away and the pizza had fallen out of the freezer and you just left it on the floor. And about a half an hour later I walked by and there's pizza defrosting on the floor in front of the freezer.
That's like, to me, that's as bad as leaving a baby in the car. Like, how did I, like, drop
it's not quite that bad, Dan.
How did I leave my pizzas, like, unattended like that?
I don't know.
I mean, I can hear pizza hitting the ground anywhere.
Sue says I tend to use quick oats for baking, even if it calls for traditional. I'm not sure why you're not supposed to. I'm not sure what the difference is. I don't know. 2. Brittany's here. Hi, Brittany. And 3. All right, 1.5 cups, and my phone's dark again. And the 1 cup of buttermilk. Sue says it has to do with how thick they are. Okay, that makes sense. So it seems like you could use the quick oats in a recipe then, if it called for old-fashioned, but you probably don't want to use the old-fashioned in the quick oats recipe? Is that right? Do I have that right? All right, let's dump this in here. I'm glad I set that to soak early so that it can dissolve. It looks like it's all dissolved. That's the word I was looking for earlier, dissolve. I'm tired today. I didn't get my lunchtime nap. So I'm just trying to stir it up so that all of the oats are saturated. I should probably turn on my oven too. I think it was a 350 recipe. Oh, don't go dark. Oh, dang it.
I can make it so it won't go dark.
I know, but then I have to change it back later, and that's too much trouble.
Oh my god. Okay. Fine.
Nope. Don't want to deal with it, Dan. Sally says she's making these with quick oats. Well, let me know how it turns out, because if they're good, then that's how I'm going to use up my quick oats. All right. We'll let that soak. Quick oats versus old-fashioned. Think minute rice versus regular. Okay. But if you're baking, like, then how does that affect it? Because I think Blake said something about if you use the quick oats for the overnight oats, it turns into mush because it soaks overnight and it gets too liquidy and mushy. Jim says, Dan got me checking the toy aisle for the first time in years. Man, things have both changed and stayed the same.
You're not the first one to say that. Right now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are so popular.
Yes. My friend Ian, my Less Than Jake concert friend, is apparently obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I recently started following him on Instagram and that's all he posts about. There's lots of Ninja Turtle stuff out there. Like, a whole lot of Ninja Turtle stuff. I did not realize they were still popular.
No, they came back again.
Right.
I do have a lot of old Ninja Turtle stuff.
Do you?
Including an old Kevin Eastman comic book. I do.
Jess says quick oats and cookies can also make them dry. Nobody wants a dry cookie.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Alright, so then it wants me to turn the oven on. I did that. Line the muffin cups. I'll get to that. Alright, we're going to mix. So this one says without beating. Mix without beating. So we're just going to do it in a bowl. It wants us to mix the flour, baking soda, salt, and baking powder. Flour.
Look how smooth that transition was.
Nice job, nice job. Brittany with the super chat. Thank you so much, friend, for the support and, just for being here.
Thank you for the super chat.
And Jim says he was going to say, apparently Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is big again, and damn, Nerf going to war these days, right?
Yeah, it's high caliber Nerf.
Yes, you're going to take an eye out with that thing.
It's high caliber. Are you doing the mixer at all?
No.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Are you adding chocolate chips or any other mix-ins? No, I am not, because I want these to be a little bit healthy for Blake. Although when he does make his overnight oats, he puts a little handful of mini chocolate chips in them.
That's nuts candy. That doesn't help anything.
It doesn't. Alright, so this is going to be 1.5 cups of cake flour. Stop going dark.
Thank you for the super chat, Brittany. I think I've said that like 100 times today. Thanks, Brittany.
2. 3. He says today's package is out for delivery. Like you have a package or like you sent a package? Afriel says try the tiny blueberries or raisins next time maybe. I don't think Blake would like that. Blake is very simple with what he likes in snacks and stuff, and he doesn't really like added things. He'll come out and try the things. Everything I make he'll pretty much try at least a bite of it, but he doesn't like the overly sweet or extra things added. He likes the plain stuff. Sam says, you counting the scoops like the count makes me smile each time. That's why I do it. And so I don't forget.
BR and Bug says, I found a Ninja Turtle coming out of their shells World Tour 1991 cassette. I remember when they had their coming out of their shells tour. They came to LA.
Jim says there's a Hot Wheels garage that was 3 feet tall and holds like 600
Dude, I've
cars.
seen those. That's so crazy.
We don't have room for that, Dan.
We do have almost 600 cars. There's a box with 300 of them that Blake had that were
They're
open.
moving out.
That were open before we even did the Hot Wheel thing.
I remember that.
Plus,
all right,
yeah.
so half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Oh, Brittany sent Amazon stuff for the cats. 1 package today and 1 coming tomorrow. Thank you so much. I sent a package last night to go to Terry for her little kittens. If you guys missed it, Terry,
so cute.
Terry got 2 little orange floofs, and they're adorable.
They're so cute.
Yes, so I sent some stuff. She's a first-time cat owner, so she knows how to take care of cats because she lived with 9 of them for 8, 9 months, however long she was here. She's a good pet parent for sure. Like, she coddled the cats way more than we did. If you guys remember, every day when she would come home, she would go greet every single cat. She would sit on the ground and play with them and everything. She's gonna be great for these cats. But she needed a little something, so I sent her a little package. 1, 2, 3, Yes, Terry's cats are so cute. Tiger and Lily. She was gonna do Tiger and Millie, and then she ended up going with Tiger and Lily, which kind of works better if you ask me.
Jim don't like those new thick noodles when they make the characters and stuff for like mac and cheese. You know how they use those like thick noodles?
They're either too thick and don't cook right, or they fall apart.
Yeah, it's just not the same. Stay away. Your memories will be gummy. They will. Yes. Growing up, I had that with Blake.
Heather B, stripers, 1P. You didn't spell it correctly, but that's okay because it's kind of funny every time. He's doing well. You can see him. Nope, that side. Well, you can't really see him. He's tucked down into his bed.
Set up lunch.
He's doing well. He's adjusting. He came out last night. Today, I think maybe because I wasn't here, he's a little bit attached to me already. He wanted back in the bathroom, so Dan took a bed in there for him. All right, so just sifting that together so it's mixed evenly, and to that we are going to add the sugar and stir to combine. Half a cup of sugar. Dang it. Just put that in the sink. No, Terry does not have a channel. She posted on the RFS family Facebook group. So if you're not a part of that yet, go follow that. I'm sure she'll post more. I encouraged her to. There's also an RFS Cats Facebook group. You guys can post your pets and stuff there and funny pet things. Oh, good. You adjusted it. Yeah, he's all curled up. I think he's just loving being comfortable and warm and soft.
You can't really tell. He was mushing when I went in there.
Was he?
He's mushing his pillow.
Yeah. Crystal the Animal Lover says that this morning on the live, you said he's staying with us. Is this true, Dan?
Oh, everybody's crashing in NASCAR.
Oh! Funny how that happens right now. Look. Much like when we brought Precious home, and we looked at him and we were like, how is this an outside cat? Like, he's such a delicate flower. He's so snuggly and happy. How can he be an outside cat? I kind of feel the same way.
Stripers! Look at it here.
Doris says, oh, we all know he's staying. I will neither confirm nor deny. Will and Amina wants to know where my glasses are. Probably in my purse.
Do you want them?
No, I wore them all day. I hate wearing them. They're not comfortable. They're not uncomfortable. It's not like, oh, I got a crappy pair of glasses. I just don't like wearing glasses. Do y'all need an office cat? No,
Wait.
Sir. We have...
we have 2 office cats.
Yeah, at my house I now have 2 office cats. At my work there's probably another half a dozen still. Don't you worry. There's plenty. Crystal says, I'm glad he's staying. It's a good home for him. It is. He'll be happy.
He's a good cat.
He is. And he's not, like, peed on anything. He's not aggressive to the other cats. He's kind of like Precious, where he's just like, okay, you don't like me. I'll leave. The other cats, nobody's been really aggressive. There's been a little bit of, like, half-hearted hissing, but nobody's really mad about it. They'll get over it. Even Mooch went up to his face and, like, sniffed his mouth and then just turned around and walked away.
He's staying there pretty much all day. He's still, like, recovering, and we're still giving him meds, and he's still getting amoxicillin.
He's still on antibiotics and pain medication. His mouth still hurts, so I gave him the pain medication last night. At 8 a.m. and p.m. he takes the pain meds and the antibiotics, and I gave it to him last night, and he was all, like, dopey in the bed and comfortable. And I think he forgot his mouth hurt because he tried to let out a big yawn and, like, halfway through he yelped. So it clearly still hurts.
Yeah,
so.
Sometimes when he takes a bite of food, he gets mad. Like he's been done wrong and he'll go lay in the corner.
He'll, like, howl. Wasn't there once talk of Crystal's mom taking him home? You'd like to think so, huh? She always said, so if you guys remember, my mom had a cat named Nala that was 20 years old, and earlier this year we ended up having to put her down. Her body was not doing well. But she has said for literally years, when Nala dies, I'm taking Stripers home, even before we took Precious. And then Nala's gone, and Stripers showed back up, and she's like, nope, I can't do it, because it was too hard to say goodbye to Nala, and I can't take him, and...
Sorry, I love you, Patty. You're a shitty pet owner. I'm so glad the cat's not going to, or those other 3 cats are not going to
Dan
Patty's
said
house.
it. Dan said it, not me. Are you guys concerned about the permit? Is he contagious for other cats? No. Okay, look. We passed the legal limit a long time ago. They're all in the house. I think the city and stuff is more concerned when you have a hoarder situation and your house stinks and your neighbors are offended, or if
they don't want them,
or if you have all the cats outside. Our cats don't go outside. There's no cats running around in our yard. It doesn't smell like cat piss in our yard. There are people that hoard animals and it's disgusting. You guys see our house on camera. It gets messy. It's lived in. It's not disgusting. Chris and Amanda have been here. They're not here tonight. Di's been here. She's not here now. But the people who have been here can attest. Our house is not stinky. It's not disgusting. There's not cat piss on the walls. You can't smell the litter box. Everything's good and clean. We keep everything clean. There's really never any outside the litter box accidents ever.
They would take away our cats, and then they would need someone to adopt the cats, and then we would have room to have the cats, and then we would just end up with our cats.
In our county, you can have 5. So, we just got 4 that look alike. so people can't tell the difference.
There's no room at the pound for that.
No, there's not. What was the other part of the question? There was 2 parts to that question. Hold on. Where'd the mouse go? There it is.
Jim, I didn't want to say it, but you're right.
Is he contagious? April asked. No. When we went on Tuesday, he was negative for feline leukemia and HIV, so we're good. He's fine. The only thing wrong with him, he has a mouth infection and his teeth are really bad. So he is on antibiotics. We can't do anything. Dora said, did his teeth get fixed yet, or do you need to give him the meds before they can do that? Yes, the second one. That's why he's on antibiotics. They wanted to schedule him for Tuesday, but unfortunately we're not going to be around on Tuesday. We've got stuff we've got to do with the Stream Smart stuff. So the soonest we could do it was Thursday. So Thursday we will take him in. Blake will be here to sit with all the cats, so there's no concern as far as that goes. But Thursday he will be dropped off between 8 and 8:30 in the morning, and we'll pick him up at the end of the day. They'll do whatever they need to do. At the very least, it'll be a cleaning. We don't know if any teeth need to come out because we're not dentists or veterinarians, but they will check and they will see what's going on in there.
He's an older cat. He's got glaucoma eyes.
A little bit. There you go, Di. Thank you. You need smell-o-vision. There is no cat smell in their house, and it's not even like.
What if she's like, bless your heart, and she's being nice?
No, because Di was the one who said, how come it doesn't smell like you have 9 cats in this house? And it's not that thing where, Jim, you shut your mouth. It's not that thing where, like, we lit a bunch of candles, or I do the wax melts, but, like, we lit a bunch of those to cover up the smell. Like, we do use those, because I like my house to smell particularly pleasant. But, like, there's no smell. We leave and then we come back and we can smell our house, and everybody's house has a smell. It doesn't smell like cats. It's clean.
I do air it out though. I don't get stuffy in it quite.
Auntie Ange says, let's just switch the wording to 5 each. You have the allotted amount. There you go. I have 5 cats. Dan has 5 cats. Mine are the boys. Dan's are the girls. You like the girl cats.
Yes.
I like the boy cats. The boy cats like me.
Will this be in the oven for a long time?
That's a good question.
Because I want.
Yeah, Husky Mom Bronico is on board too. 5 per person in each house. So 2 people equals 10 cats. 15 is Blake if Blake is there. Don't worry, Blake's got 5 cats at his mom's house too. Poor Blake. Blake loves all the animals. He does such a good job of taking care of the cats and everything. I don't know. Do we talk about how Blake's cat at his mom's house was
but before we go on with that, let's see how long it needs to be in the oven for.
Oh my God, you're always
because
so concerned.
I have stories too.
20 to 25 minutes.
Okay, why don't we get
it's
it? It's
only 6:30, Dan.
You do whatever you want.
I will. It's
There's
my
over
show.
100 people here today. Welcome everybody in again, Crystal. And also, Red Bull is not a secret no more. It was announced on Sushi Dragon's channel at 2 o'clock today.
Oh, nice. We can
say talk about it. I can tell you when it is. I can give you a link to the channel. You can subscribe.
Awesome.
You can watch live when it goes live next Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Good deal.
Yes, I'm looking forward to see you in there among the masses.
I will say I'm really glad that this is soaking, because it's becoming more like a mushy thing, and it's not. I don't like oats in things unless they're like if there's oats in a recipe, I tend to put them in the food processor so it turns it into like kind of a flour. But yeah, they're getting soft, so I'm happy about that. Are you using the mouse?
And you got it back going.
April said, do they charge for tooth extractions? I'm not worried about it at all. Just got your back. They have given us an estimate for what they're doing, which was just like, I don't remember what the paper said. Dental something. They have given us an estimate. Yes,
Yeah.
they do charge for that. What was that?
I don't know. I wasn't on camera.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Where was I? Dale says, Crystal, for what it's worth, I can kind of agree with your mom on adopting or being adopted by another cat. Once I had my last cat put down in 2004, I went like 17 years before I felt okay for one again. I get it, but she's got 2 cats and 2 dogs. Like, it's fine. She thinks, so Striper's like hasn't been looking very good because he's not eating very well because his mouth hurts. So she's like, he just looks like he's gonna die. But once we had the blood work done, and I told her, I will pay for a vet visit if you take him to the vet and then take him home, I will pay to like fix whatever needs to be fixed on him. And she waited too long, so that ship has sailed, and now he's in my house.
It's hard. It's hard. It's same with Mooch. It's hard to watch your cat deplete into nothing and then pick up on a 3/4 tank cat afterwards. To be honest,
Yeah. But at the same time, it feels really good to give this poor street cat like
the poor
a good
street
life.
cat's gonna be okay. He is
so happy in that bed right now.
He's so chill and docile. So we'll see what happens over the next few days. But he's just so chill, and he's old, so I don't know. I mean, we did spend a lot of money on him, so
yeah.
And thanks to everybody that supported. We really do appreciate it.
Yes,
you guys did help cover the bills.
Some of the people at work did pitch in too. My old man gave me a good chunk of change. My mom pitched in. Another one of the guys pitched in.
For sure, you guys at least covered half. At least.
Yes. Yeah,
At least.
At least half of the full medical bill has been covered.
Brittany dumped at least a quarter of her paycheck this morning to us. Thank you. I think it was
Brittany.
called, what were you called? The cat's godmother, I think? Somebody who named it. I think Hannah named you. What did you name Brittany today?
Brittany is kind of the fairy godmother to all the cats.
Yeah,
she has been for a long time.
Thank you so much.
And she's got cats of her own to take care of, so I definitely do appreciate that.
And look, there's over 100 people here. How do we stick this cat back out there? We wouldn't anyway.
No, it's...
I don't know what the dynamics are
going
to be.
And
There's
he's made it all this time, but
everywhere.
Now he knows soft things. Linda says, you never said how Blake did when you were at Novi. He did great. The cats are easy, like... They're so much easier than dogs. You don't have to like tend to them. They just chill. He dog sits for his grandma when they go out of town, and they need more tending to for sure than cats do. So he did a good job.
Yeah,
he lives here. He's familiar with all the cats. It's not like we had an outside person come in and like, the cats don't know who they are. He did fine. He fed them. They lived. He cleaned the litter boxes. Jim says, so is that an ongoing gig for you now then, Dan?
We won't know until after the pilot episode, so stay tuned for that. Yes.
Beer and Bug with a super chat. Thank you so much, friend.
Thank you.
Here's some super cat funds. # meow.
Yes, it'll go to our super cat food fund.
Yes.
And and all the other things. We had this big old IV thing, and I had to put the needle in the cat's back, and we had to squeeze 1,000 cc.
Not 1,000.
I was Anthony Edwards, and it was ER, and we did it. It was great. And stuff like that. So we did it.
Jess says Jamie would never have gotten another dog if it wasn't for me. Yeah, if you guys noticed, the last few pets that have come into this house. People call me the crazy cat lady, but who's collected?
I do love all the cats, and it's like I'm just taking this roller coaster of heartbreak because like I have so many cats.
Oh, you're always so devastated when we lose them.
I'm so devastated, and it's like I don't want any more pets. I said that like 6 pets ago. I don't want any more pets.
Every time a cat passes, Dan says no more pets, no more. We can't have any more.
Anyway, back to the thing.
Yeah, Hannah confirming. She is the godmother. Jess has gifted 5 RFS memberships. Thank you so much. Let's see who they went to. Oh, Cyber Husky says, glad we could help out.
Yes,
thank you so much for that.
Cyber Husky did Venmo us some money. Thank you so much, Cyber Husky, for that.
All right, so if you guys are new here and you don't know, when memberships are gifted, you can do it just like you do a super chat, only you gift memberships instead. They are assigned completely randomly by YouTube. Nobody picks who they go to, but it's odd because they always go to the same handful of people. This time, Scott Somerville, Uncle Yukon, Afriel,
nice.
Christina with the French last name, and Dominic Smith have all been gifted memberships. That means you guys have a 1-month membership to our channel. You have access to the special emojis for our channel, and you can check out our old audio recordings, not podcasts, and members first vlogs.
Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the super
Greg is here as well.
For the super members.
What are you doing? Oh, there's Roxy.
Roxy girl.
Greg is here. Hi, Greg.
Roxy girl.
Crystal says, you kept Topo and knew you would. Look, if you remember, we put him back outside. We fed him, we watered him, we put him back outside and said, run free. And he said, no thank you, and laid down on the porch.
Oh, look, everybody has got access to the emojis. Thank you so much, Jess, and thank you so much, everybody, for continuing to support us.
Hannah says, I wasn't ready for another cat yet. Then Little Bit was dropped at my feet. How could I say no? Right? I mean, the universe decided. Adrian says, Dan's just a collector of life. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for everything in life.
Alright, I think we're pretty much caught up here. Seems we're talking about cats much more than baking. That's okay, I'm baked for us all. Awesome. Jim, that's kind of how it goes around here, especially when a new cat gets added.
I think it's just an excuse for us to hang out at the baking show.
Pretty much. Nobody really bakes with me anymore because everyone's sick of getting fat with me, so you left me on my own to get fat. So here I am trying to make a healthy recipe.
I'm right there with you.
Hey Dan, Declan says hi.
Hi Declan.
All right,
Happy Friday.
Let's see what our next step is. Back up.
Anybody watching NASCAR at FS1?
All right, we're gonna add the oil and the egg. Afriels, there's just more of you to love. I know, but super chats for bigger pants. We own a treadmill. Can we get the treadmill out, Dan?
I know, but I was trying to like do Hot Wheels treadmill.
I know, but I need to like hot crystal on it. Ooh, I took the spinach dip to a party on Sunday. My spinach dip?
Did you
I
cook
haven't made that in forever.
Di, did you cook it at the party?
Yeah, because I've done that before. Although one time when I did it, I took it out of the oven and it promptly fell out of my hands onto the ground. The glass pan didn't break.
That's
but
right.
It splattered. Remember at Jean's house? It splattered everywhere all over the cupboards. But we didn't care. We picked it up and whatever was left in the pan, everybody sat and ate it. It wasn't much, but we all tried it.
The dip. Dan, we wish we had FS1 anymore. All right, get this. You open an incognito browser, you go to FS1, you get...
Allegedly!
You get... No, because this is fine. You get 60 minutes of free watch time. And then when you're 60 minutes up, you close down the incognito browser, you open up another one, and you have 60 more minutes. I've been doing it all speeds weeks. It's great. So I am watching it now. It's like hooked up to my computer to the TV. And it's 60 minutes free, and then you just close it open and you get 60. You don't have to sign up for anything.
Husky Mom Bronico says, OMG, I just watched the vlog of you and the dip falling out of the oven. That's
Wait,
great.
okay, hold on. So where were we at? Were we here?
No,
or
we were at
at
Jean's. It was Christmas Eve when we go over there before she moved away.
I was wondering in my head, in that vlog, did I eat the chip and scoop the stuff off the top on the ground?
Probably. It sounds like something that you would do. Brittany has sent another super chat. Thank you so much, Brittany.
Thank you so much,
you do
Brittany,
too
for
much,
the
but
cat
we
love.
always appreciate all of it.
Yes.
Thank you. I need to scroll up a bit.
Okay.
Wilton wants to know, what's an incognito browser? Some kind of dark web thing?
Yeah, you don't know what an incognito browser is? Where you right-click and you go to your...
Clearly, you don't watch anything
settings
inappropriate.
And stuff. Yeah, so you right-click on Google, go to incognito browser, and all your stuff's blacked out. And then you can do whatever you'd like to at a point on there.
Excuse me.
Just said I successfully made Detroit-style pizza today. I need to perfect it before I teach everyone how. You bought the stuff to make it in that pan? That's what it was today? It looked really good. It looked like mega lasagna.
I was telling my mom about that the other day. She goes to Chicago next month, and I was telling her, oh man,
sorry,
I know
Chicago
you're going to have that
pizza.
Chicago pizza, but man, that Detroit pizza was so good.
The Detroit pizza.
I like it better than Chicago pizza.
I do too, as well.
Here we go. Husky Mom Bronico says, we are adding a fourth husky. Foster fail. I would love to foster all the kittens, but you see how well that works. No, I would be a
Right.
foster failure every time. Little girl, is it Kira or Kyra? Is staying with us. She's a red husky. 4 huskies and counting. Di says she just reheated the dip at the party.
Okay.
Cyber Husky says, as much as you like midnight baking, I don't like baking late at night. Otherwise, I would bake along at times. Fair enough. Totally get it.
Yeah, it's too late for you.
I don't, for you, it's, what is it, like 9 o'clock now? I don't want to bake at 9 o'clock.
That seems like Cyber Husky's bedtime.
I come home and I need to like sit on the couch and decompress, and then like I get some stuff done, and then my second win comes about 11 o'clock at night. So that's when I want to bake. I don't want to bake at 9. I get it. I totally get it. Auntie Ange says I need a human-sized Wonder Wheel like Topo has.
Yeah,
I do.
like they had, they had on Double Dare.
Look, not gonna lie, I don't exercise like at all ever. It's not really my thing. I've done yoga in my life semi-regularly at times, and that's about the extent of the exercising that I do. I don't like to exercise, but I feel like I could like just walk on the treadmill. It has a handle, right, Dan? So I don't fall over, because I feel like I'd fall over. Yeah, maybe you should get it out.
It's not even made for running. It's made for like walking.
Good, because I don't run unless my life's in danger. No. Sometimes I'll kind of like hustle and pick up the pace.
That's hustling?
Yeah, like, look, sometimes I get to work and someone's getting to work at the same time and they're holding the door open and I'm like...
That's high-hoing at best. That's high-hoing.
That's my version of hustle.
That's high-hoing at best. That's
Jim says if you're not trying to do the OK Go video, then you're even treadmilling, right?
No, you could do the...
I would totally fall.
You could be virtual insanity. You could be Jamiroquai. Don't discount my boy Jamiroquai.
I hate him. Adrian with the super chat, thank you so much for the support and for being here. You were not around for quite a while and we missed you. And now you've been
Adrian
around
asked if I
lately.
could come help him build a shed tomorrow. Did you see that earlier? He said, "Can Dan come help me build a shed tomorrow?"
You think Dan has building skills? That's cute. Do you know, so the railing on our front porch, it was metal and it died and we needed to replace it. And I'm like, we can do this. And Dan's like, no, we can't. No, we can't do that. And I drew it up on paper. Like, it's geometry, right? And angles and attach here and do this. And Dan was like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. And you use the circular saw. You were able to use that.
And math.
And, I did the math.
Math didn't cut me.
I even did like down our steps is the angled hand railing. Look, this is not complicated, but for people who don't build things, this is the thing. And it goes like this, and everything's cut at an angle and attached, and that's the sturdiest part of the whole thing. Dan does not have building skills. You'd have better luck inviting me. Adrian says, I'm making blueberry cobbler bread. That sounds amazing. Everyone, make sure to like the stream. Thank you for the reminder. There are 109 people here right now. Thank you guys for being here. We're baking shit. Hit the thumbs up if you guys are entertained. Please, it does help us out. And thank you again, Adrian, for the support.
Yeah, friend.
Beer and Bug says incognito browser might also be called private browsing.
Hold me closer, private browser, private browser. Oh my gosh, it's like you're at like a...
Husky on Brodica says she thinks that you said you were going to do it. It was all over the bottom cabinets. I have to admit, it looked amazing, even on the floor. It's so good.
I might have did it.
I can't make it very often because I will eat the whole thing, and you really shouldn't eat that much cheese in one sitting. If we had like 10 people here, I would make it, but I never have that many people around me, and I will just eat the whole damn thing. And Detroit and Chicago are different styles, both valid. Absolutely, but if I had to choose, I prefer... The Detroit was more like a crunchy garlic bread that was also pizza. The Chicago's like mush. And we always get Lou Malnati's when I go to visit my brother, and it has the big tomatoes on top, and I have to pick those off. And yeah, no, the Detroit was the winner. Ooh, Oppenheimer's on Peacock now, Dan.
Okay, we can watch that.
Thank you, DP, for letting us know. Exercise equals getting out of bed and eating. Yes, same. I walk to and from the car. Is Mooch on the electric blanket? He is. Mooch and Kamiko are both on the electric blanket.
They're snoozed out over there.
Cyber Husky says, wait, are you implying I'm old? Because you called her old. No way. I just get up really early. There are only so many awake hours in the day. That pisses me off so much. I need like 5 more hours in a day. Dice says, we used to walk a lot at VidCon.
That's true.
Did you get the email? YouTube's the official sponsor of VidCon again this year. Apparently they weren't for a while.
I don't know anybody anymore. They all like are kids now.
It's like TikTokers and stuff. Doris with the super chat with Kitty Food Funds. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Doris.
you. We for sure spend like hundreds of dollars a month on cat food. I pretty much work so we can...
It's our thing. Forget having a jet ski or a truck. We got cats.
Yeah, we have cats. That's our hobby.
Yeah. We get all of our love.
Jim still listens to Jamiroquai. Oh, man. That's cool. You do you.
There's nothing wrong with Jamiroquai.
Stephanie is here. Hi, Stephanie from Australia. Maybe I should take a drink instead of constantly coughing.
What's up, Stephanie? Long time no chat. Hope you and Zane are doing well.
They got engaged.
Oh!
Congratulations.
Crikey!
I don't know if you're friends with her on Facebook, but I am.
Oh my gosh. Since... How Australian is she? Her engagement ring had a Scorpio inside it.
A Scorpio? Her engagement wing had a Scorpio inside of it. How bored were you, Dan?
It was a ring.
You said wing.
Can I have take 2 at that joke?
Sure, Dan. Give it a shot. What you got?
Dang. I got shy all of a sudden.
Oh.
I'm all like red. I'm getting out of here. I'm out of here. I'm going to watch NASCAR.
Uncle Yukon says, Dan has great de-building thing skills. Oh yeah, if you need something broken, call Dan. He'll break your stuff, but probably he'll mostly break my stuff, because that's what he likes to do. Crystal the Animal Lover with the super chat. Thank you so much, friend. I hope you are feeling well. Hannah says, shouldn't, but someone. Cheese is so good. It really is. Brittany says you did eat off the lower cabinet with a chip. I would not doubt it at all. Not even a little bit. What is this too much cheese you speak of? I just know that my body is not happy if I eat too much cheese, but oh. Di says I always double dip the recipe. One for the party, one for me. Sometimes I'll make I'll make the batch, and instead of doing like a 8x8 or 9x9 pan, I'll do 2 bread loaves. So I'll cook half of it and then cook the other half later, because it'll keep in the fridge for a little bit. Jim says, Dan's first Alpina trip showed up in my recommendations yesterday, and I watched it again. It's one of the best episodes.
Oh, that was so fun. Shaking the Tree was the best. Jess
says TikTok was the sponsor for the last few years. Yeah, so I'm not sure why they're going back to YouTube, because I think it's all TikTokers. Well, let me know what's our opinion on Carvel. I think it's an ice cream.
What is it?
Brand? Carvel. We don't have that out here. Not a thing. How long is Oppenheimer? This long. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
It's 3 hours. It's good, but it's all talking.
Stephanie says, LMAO. No, it didn't. It was a drop bear. Oh, jeez. All right. Am I making stuff? Sam had a shirt that said, "A little exercise never hurt anyone, but why risk it?" That's how I feel about it. Look, man, I pulled a rib muscle coughing. Do I look like I need to exercise? I'm just going to hurt myself. Crystal says, "You're welcome. Thank you. I'm doing good. I'm still recovering and walking soon. Good, good. I hope you have a quick and easy recovery." Hey, now, funk music never goes out of style. Now, if I was rocking squirrel nut zippers in 2024, you could make fun of me. Don't squirrel nut zippers have horns, though? I think that's a little more to the ska side, so watch what you say there. Too much cheese, that's why lactate is a thing. It's just not healthy, and the salt and the... I mean, there is spinach and artichoke in it. Artichoke? Do I make with artichoke? I think so. I grew up in New Jersey, and if I had a choice, Dairy Queen or Carvel, Carvel would still be my first choice. We used to have a Dairy Queen in the mall, but it wasn't a full restaurant. They only had the ice cream part of things, and we don't have Carvel out here, so I've never had that. The cheese is fattening, that's why. Yep, my primordial pouch is a little big these days. I don't need any help with that. All right, so this is made like a cookie dough consistency almost, but we still have to add the oats. Matt's Hobby says, "Who needs exercise? You're doing great, Crystal." Yeah, if I'm working on being the heaviest I've ever been in my life, I've nailed it. Not too happy about it, but well, we'll get that treadmill out. Okay, add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. I did that, didn't I? And what other wet ingredients are we talking about? You put an unnecessary step in here, lady. Okay, so we did the buttermilk and the oats. I put the flour in there and the salt and the baking soda and the baking powder. I just did the oil and the egg. It says add the oil and egg to the oat mixture. Mix everything well without beating. Add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. That must mean this. But it's not really wet. It's just soggy. And Beer and Bug says, "Girl, same." Yeah, it's the older you get, the more that tends to happen, huh? And it's not like, look, if I lost 100 pounds, I'd be like dead. It's not that much. If I would just freaking stop eating and start exercising, I could nip it in the bud right now, but here I am baking, making snacks. Got a box of Girl Scout cookies today. Didn't buy them. They were brought to me. A box and a half if you count the Thin Mints I brought for Dan, but I won't be eating those. But he brought Samoas and nobody wanted them, and how can I say no? Alright, so mix with a spatula or hand mixer only until just combined. Don't be tempted to beat it, as it will result in tougher and less fluffy muffins. Good to know. Now somehow I have 2 of these in here. Life is short, eat fun foods. Yeah, but I'd like my clothes to fit. If I would just walk on the treadmill, I won't have to buy new clothes. Alright, I'm trying not to overmix, but it's still pretty dry. We'll see how this goes. Get a job loading at FedEx. I'm on a seafood diet. Having trouble keeping weight on. Yeah, I have a desk job too. That doesn't help anything. Like, I get up and walk around every chance I get. At least once an hour I'll get up and like go to the bathroom or go talk to my mom or go make a copy. Like, I do get up and move a little bit, but yeah, I don't exercise. Afriel says, "This is why we have leggings and long tunics. I'm not comfortable in leggings. Like, that's not a comfortable thing for me to wear. Like, it's comfortable as far as, like, oh, I'm in pajamas. I don't feel comfortable, like, leaving the house in leggings, like, personally. And my top half makes tunics look like tents, and they just make me look bigger than I am, so that's not a thing I can do either. I love those, like, hippie tops, but, yeah, they come out from the top, and then they just go like this. And I have a waist, like, I have a waistline. I don't need to tent everything. Ooh, Hilo the Husky just lost 60 pounds. Amazing, and congratulations. I am proud of you. See, look, you can lose 60 pounds. I don't even need to lose 60 pounds, and I can't even do it. I just can't. I have no self-control. I wonder if these will come out like an oatmeal bar. I don't know. We will find out. Are you watching Crash Car over there? Mm-hmm. Every time I look up, I just see crashing. I don't think I've seen any racing. Liz says, I wear leggings and sweats when not at work. So do I when not at work or on camera. The minute I walk in the door, my mom and I were talking about that the other day because she said something about putting her pajamas on before bed. And I was like, before bed? Like, the first thing I do when I walk in the house, I come here and I wash my hands. And I go to the bedroom and I take off my shoes and I take off my jeans and I put on pajama pants. And once that's happened, I'm done. I'm not leaving the house anymore. Sally loves leggings, likes to be comfortable. I get it. I don't like restricting clothing. We're
from the 90s.
Yeah, I need my Jinko sweatpants if I could. Maybe I'll just do a spoon for these. All right, let's see what this says. Gila says, I was 250. Awesome, so now you're back in the ones. Congratulations. All right, fill the muffin tins 3/4 full, dividing the mixture as evenly as possible. I can do that. Working from home was the downfall. I'm in leggings most days now. I don't know where my downfall was. Like 35? When I hit 35? I don't know. I like snacks. The baking show really did it. I've always baked. It's just a thing I enjoy doing, but I didn't do it so consistently, and I didn't always try new recipes and discover that the best recipes are the unhealthiest ones. And now, like, I can look at a recipe like, yeah, that's not going to be very good. Or, oh, look, that has 3 cups of sugar in it. That's going to be amazing. Crumble cookies? Don't mind if I do replicate that recipe. Yeah, I know the ice cream scoop works well. I usually do use that, but this is very thick. And I didn't want to have to try to pry it out of the ice cream scoop, although I'm dropping it everywhere, so it might have been a better idea. But the thick and oatiness made me choose a spoon this time. Let me see how many it says this is supposed to make, because if it's more than 12, then I'm going to do this a little differently. It doesn't. Yeah, 12. Okay, so this is supposed to make only 12. Adrian's lost 60 pounds since he's gotten this job in the freezer. Yeah, still hanging out in the freezer, huh? Yeah, I need to do something more active because my job is not it. The doctor says I look good, but I'm worried I'm losing too much weight. Yeah, that could be dangerous for you too. But if the doctor says you're good, then you're good, right? Just bake more and then you won't lose more weight, right? Works for me. They always say, oh, it makes 12. It never makes 12. It always makes like 18. Jim says, I'm all about making the baked goods at home right now. Still box mixes, but at least fresh made. Sweets are part of my balanced diet, as they should be. Yeah, we've kind of lost our taste for purchase snacks. There are some things that, like, oh, I have to get that. And chocolate, always chocolate. But making the stuff at home and getting a taste for that, you just taste the preservatives when you buy the store-bought stuff. The mixes are still decent, because that's pretty much just like the flour and, sugar and whatever. But yeah, too much preservatives. My mom was all excited today because they had honey bun Hostess donuts. But they just look like they're going to be waxy and plasticky to me, and I don't really want those. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to try. Dang it, I forgot. So I read something that if you don't put a muffin cup in every hole and you alternate so there's empty ones on every other one, your muffins puff up better.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Are we trying it?
If I can get these out of here, because I've already filled them, so let me see what I can do. Well, since I've never liked honey buns, that was one thing my mom did buy for us on occasion when we were kids, but yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan. Hila says, you look amazing, Crystal. Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. It could be worse, but for me personally, when you are at your biggest, you don't feel your best. Stephanie says, the big box of Ferrero Rocher, I never know how to say that. Those things are my weakness at the moment. This pile of chocolate, we just got the Ninja Creamy, and we've been making tons of ice cream, and you have to try all the new recipes. All the new ones. All right, let's see if I can get these out of here without making a mess. We're gonna try it. They're supposed to get like higher domes and not get so flat and gross. So let's see if this works. Scott was at Walmart the other day, saw zebra cakes, bought zebra cakes. Now I'm over zebra cakes, right? I feel like, have they changed the recipe or have our taste buds grown? Because all of that stuff just tastes so disappointing these days. And it looks so good, but the minute I put it all in my mouth, it's just waxy and plasticky and it doesn't taste good. Alright, I think we're pretty well ready to throw one of these in the oven. This is definitely going to make another few muffs. Ever have a fresh Butterfinger? They're amazing. No, because I don't like Butterfinger. I like Butterfinger when it's crumpled up and like on an ice cream or in a cookie. I don't like to eat just Butterfingers. Wilton says, I was all for nutty bars, the brownies, fudge rounds, donut sticks, oatmeal cream pies. Oh, oatmeal cream pies are good. Huh?
What's a donut stick?
The donut stick is the one, it looks like a buttermilk bar.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah? Alright, we're going to throw one of these in for 20 to 25 minutes until a tester comes out dry. Alexa, set a 20-minute timer.
20 minutes, starting
Hopefully
now.
that didn't set off anybody's. How did the Angel Delights do in the Ninja? Haven't tried it yet. Here's the thing. My pints are all full. I have one filled with...
With Fairlife Dan.
Oh, we did make a chocolate ice cream base for Dan. Dan, you know he loves the chocolate and cherry, so we didn't do the chocolate milk, but we got the Fairlife milk, I think it's lactose free, for Dan, and did a chocolate one with maraschino cherries in it, and he loved that.
It was fantastic.
I am stuck on the fruit. I want to fill it with peaches and mangoes. I got a can of apricots to try that. The mango was amazing. I filled one with peach. I haven't tried it yet. I have one filled with eggnog in there. We had made a vanilla base I haven't touched yet. I don't know what else is in there, but I need to eat more. But see, then I went to the store, and what had happened was Ben & Jerry's has pecan pie ice cream, and I had to try it because it's Ben & Jerry's, so I have a pint of that. And then also, the Magnum bars were on sale for $2.99, and the Ibotta app had a $1 back rebate, limit 5, so I bought 5 boxes of Magnum ice cream bars, and now I don't have any more room to make any more ice cream. That's all. But yes, we do have the Angel Delight. I am going to try that. We just haven't gotten to that yet.
Ouch.
Scott says, the cake isn't as cakey anymore, and yeah, the frosting is way more waxy. Yeah, I had to stop. I loved Hostess donuts back in the day. I had to stop with it. It just leaves a waxy film on the roof of your mouth, and it's gross, and I can't do it. Beer and Bug has 2 extra boxes of discounted Kit Kat cereal, and I'm not over it yet. Fair enough. You earned it. The old Butterfinger recipe was better. I never liked Butterfingers. I didn't even know they changed it. Stephanie says, anyone else not like Kinder Surprise eggs as a kid? I loved the toy, but wasn't keen on the chocolate. So they weren't really popular out here because, it's America and we have to prevent everybody from doing stupid things. So they do have them here now, but like they weren't popular when we were kids. I don't even know if they had them. Did they have them?
I never heard of them until they banned the way they are in your guys' country. They can't be sold in our country like that.
Ours, it has to come apart in 2 pieces, and one side is chocolate and one side is the toy.
Yeah.
Like separate, because
no,
won't somebody think of the children?
And I believe there's no shell of chocolate. It's just like a gooey Dunkaroo.
Is it?
Do they have Dunkaroos in Australia? Or was that?
I mean, it ends in Roo. They have to. You guys have to. Stephanie, please confirm you have Dunkaroos.
But the Kinders weren't as... I don't believe that I didn't see those around, or they weren't on our radar, or they also used to come in, like, chocolate bars, where they were, like, puffy and they were caramel and stuff.
I don't remember.
They came in those as well.
Stephanie says, oh, what? That's so weird. Yeah, in America, like, everything has a warning label, because as soon as somebody does something stupid, then we are all punished. We're not allowed to do things freely as adult humans. And like, does your blow dryer have a thing this big on it, a tag that hangs off the cord telling you about how your kids are gonna die from the blow dryer in the water? Because I'm just like, watch your children.
We're old. In the 80s, somebody allegedly bought aspirin that was tampered with, allegedly, and
You stop that because there was a Tylenol murder thing. I'll make you watch the documentary if you don't believe it.
And that started the cotton in there with the proof lids and stuff.
Yes.
Like, things go crazy sometimes when they care. But
Oh, everything jumped.
Where are we at on the baking?
Jess says we don't have Kinder Eggs, we have Kinder Joy. That's
Joy,
right, they're
okay.
Kinder Joy. It's in the oven. Don't
And
worry,
you did,
I'm managing.
and I know we talked about it, but you did try the every other cup thing. Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see what that does.
Yeah.
Everybody else says it's the Kinder Bueno bars you're talking about.
Okay, is that what it is? See, and I only see like the color scheme, and so it looks like maybe it's the same brandish.
Crystal says Canada has Dunkaroos. Yes, but does Australia? No, Stephanie says, I don't think we do have Dunkaroos here. Sorry. They named them Roos. Like, come on. They were really popular when we were kids, and then they disappeared for a while, and I think just recently they brought them back. Hold on. I have a stray hair down my shirt, and it's tickling me and driving me crazy.
Is that the new meta? Here, let me find a Dunkaroo picture.
Oh. I think I got it. Dale says, OMG, Crystal, I'm listening to you talk about all the ice cream stuff, and I'm absolutely roaring. Ice cream is my weakness. Like, I like cookies, I like pies, but ice cream is so good. And see, what happened was, last time the Magnum bars were on sale, I only got 3 boxes, and my limit was 5, and I was kicking myself because I should have gotten more, because then after they were all gone, I was like, I could have had 2 more. Those boxes are normally like $5 or $6 a piece, and I got them for $2. So that's like $25 worth of ice cream I got for $10. How can I turn that down? It's a
Right.
bad financial decision not to buy them, right?
Right.
Oh, Stephanie, there you go. Those are Dunkaroos. These are modern Dunkaroos, though, right?
Yeah, I'm making it really big because she's part of the phone. Yes. I think so, because I don't see the kangaroo anymore.
Right. It's basically just frosting and like a shortbread cookie, I think.
They were very popular in the 90s before they brought them back. I heard
And
they
it's
brought
that
them
thing.
back.
It's that thing where they were popular in the 90s, so now people like in their 30s and 40s now were like, but Dunkaroos, remember Dunkaroos?
But they brought them back, and I heard
so then they brought them back.
They changed it also.
Of course they
I
changed
think like
them.
Morgan or somebody about 10 years younger than us was like, don't touch them, they're not the same.
Yeah, no, everything has to be like this much healthier now, so...
Oh, let me get this off my screen, I'm sorry. I need to have 2 arrows. Why can't the computer have 2 mouse arrows? It's powerful enough.
It should. Husband Bronico says her one weakness for bot goodies are tasty cakes and Entenmann's chocolate with chocolate donuts.
Man,
oh my god.
Tasty cakes.
Look, here's one thing that I have not been able to replicate, and I exercise the most self-control ever every time Aldi has them, and I exercise so much self-control, but Entenmann's has the best ones. Aldi doesn't have Entenmann's. Is that Danishy thing with the 2 rows of jelly in it and the frosting like squiggled on top. I have tried probably half a dozen different recipes trying to replicate that. It's really hard to even find a recipe to replicate that. One of them was kind of close, but it was a little too like hard and dry. And then I lost my patience with it and stopped. But I really, really want to replicate that recipe because I don't want the store-bought ones because I know they're not good for you. Not that it's much better for you to make it yourself, but I just want... What's it called, Dan? Does it say what it's called on there?
I got you. Hold on a second here.
The Danishy... Oh.
Like
And
Danish?
I even made the one where you put like the 3 rows of the cake and then you put the jelly. Like I did the thing and I tried so hard. And remember for like a month or 2, I was on this kick of like, I am going to replicate this recipe. I want this recipe. Oh, you're mousing, huh? Sorry.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm not up to date on the chat, so nothing's happening over here and I don't know how anybody's reacting. Hold on. The hair's still here.
You right there?
No, there's a hair and I can't get it, and it's like tickling when I move. And Drea Kitty has to with a member super chat. Thank you so much, Drea. Hey guys, hope everyone's having an awesome weekend. I'm stuck doing homework and I need a distraction.
All right.
We're here for
Only
you.
a little distraction.
Okay, ew, that one doesn't look very
That
appetizing.
was off of their website.
Ew.
But we can't get
But
that,
you guys
like,
know what I'm talking
we
about,
can't
right?
We can't achieve that baked, whatever that is. You see how the bread's just got that, like...
It's
look to
so
it?
moist, and it's something with the preservatives, and I can't replicate that, and I don't know what it's missing.
Let's ask Adrian. Hey, Adrian, can you achieve the... can you achieve the Entenmann?
What am I missing?
What are we missing? Because you do, like, the breads and stuff, so, like, can you do that? Maybe you need like what's a what's the bread person called? There's cobblesmiths and stuff like that. What's a
Baker.
oh?
So, we were really close with the one recipe, but it was just too dry, and then I gave up. So I could probably go back to that one recipe, because there's only one on Pinterest that was good enough. And I could check again and see if somebody's tried something new since then. But yeah, I couldn't. Everybody talking about the old snacks. Do you have a mouse? There it is. Christine with the super chat, thank you so much, says,
Thank you, Christine.
all the old snacks don't taste good anymore. Right, so I know they've had to change a lot of the recipes. Is it just because they changed the recipes, or have our tastes also matured as well? Laura, you did not miss anything. They are in the oven still. Did you need to step into the bedroom and adjust some things? I felt like it was just right here and I could just pull it. Like, I'm a pro. I know, like, oh, it's right there. I couldn't get it out. I don't know. Is it a full puff pastry and not rough puff? I don't know what that means.
Rough puff?
Oh.
That's my rap name.
I'm not a professional. I just bake things on YouTube. No, it's the one that I made was just like cakey kind of, but it wasn't moist enough. Adrian says no, the closest I got was using powdered milk in a cake. Okay, there's an idea. Cake flour might help too. Also, those baking soda vinegar cakes might be what you want to try. I've made one of those and everyone said it was wet and dense and fluffy. Okay, so see, that's the point I got to. I tried all the recipes I could find that were similar on Pinterest, and then I was at the point where I needed to try to fiddle with it and stuff and see what I could do. But I'm not very good at that, so I was afraid to mess it up and then have a bunch of inedible stuff, so I just gave up and moved on to the next thing. Christina says, look for a German Danish. But I want that particular. Is that a German Danish? Because I don't want something that's like that. I want that thing where it's in the pan and it's got 3 rows of bread and 2 rows of jelly.
I'll get a better picture.
Afriel says, nope, you made my stuff go away. There it is. Puff pastry is the one you fold butter in to make layers. No, that's too much. Nope, not making croissants too. Look, I love croissants. I will never put in enough effort to make a croissant. I watch people make them. Too much effort.
You know what we'll do? We'll buy a croissant.
Absolutely.
And we'll buy your little Entenmann's thingy.
Adrian says Entenmann's is definitely a baked donut. I can keep trying and I'll let you know. If you ever nail it, please let me know. Yeah, I like to find a recipe and be like, this is a good recipe. I'm not very good at tweaking things. A little bit here and there, and I can combine things from one recipe into another, but like I said, I tried too much and I gave up. Beer Bug says it seems more like a yeast dough with a sugar glaze and jelly. You think? I can do the jelly. I can find a good jelly. I can make a sugar glaze. It was just so dry. Jim says it's a quick bread type pastry. Everybody's got like 10 different ideas on what it is. I don't know. Look, somebody make it, nail it, let me know so I can make it because I want it bad. Pastor's strudel. I don't know what that is. I've never heard that. Dough conditioners. What's a dough conditioner? Husky Mom Bronico says Entenmann's changed their Danish. The raspberry one used to be so good, but not sure what happened to them. Okay, so it's not even going to be as good anymore. My high school boyfriend's aunt we had an Entenmann's like outlet out here, so everything was always all cheap, and we'd always go over there and get stuff, and it was so amazing. And I was like 19, I could eat whatever I wanted, and we ate the heck out of that stuff. PJ says I miss snacks from the Netherlands. So much more flavor, so good. Oh, I love snacks from other countries. Just different flavors. Afriel says, I watch way too much British baking show. Is that why you know about things I don't know about? Jim says it's just a coffee cake with preservatives in it. Right, and that's what I'm afraid of, that it's something to do with the preservatives. Like, I've talked about it before, the Hostess raspberry loaf that I would get when I worked at the gas station, and how it was like glazy and wet, and you can't achieve that. And I sort of get it when I make the zucchini bread and I freeze it and then thaw it. You kind of get a little bit of that, but not quite there. And it's just something about when they make it with all the preservatives and things that I'm trying to avoid in making my own things that makes it taste better. PJ says Pastor's strudel. You eat it while you're in the confessional. Just kidding. I have no idea. I bought it. I was in. I'm like, oh, really? Like, is it like the little wafer?
Does PJ eat Pastor's strudel?
Lily says rough puff is a simpler version of making a puff pastry. Trust me, it's hard to make puff pastry. It's easier to get puff pastry from the store. Yeah, see, that's one of those things that I'm like, I'm not going to make croissants. I'm not going to make puff pastries. I don't like to put a lot of effort. I love to bake. I'm never going to make macarons. I'm never going to make something that takes so much effort and might completely fail after all that effort. It's bad enough when you make cookies and they come out bad. I'm not making something where I've got to perfectly fold in all the layers of butter and too much. PJ says, Dan, I can't wait to hang out with you on the East Coast. Lily had to make it in culinary school, and it's hard to make. Yeah, it doesn't look fun. Jim says it's probably the nasty palm oil. Probably. Nobody wants palm oil.
Do you have a palm oil?
DP wants to try strawberry Kit Kats. I think you've had strawberry ones, Dan.
Yeah, they're really good.
I don't like wafers. I love the idea of Kit Kats and the fact that they come in like 3 million different flavors, and that's so amazing to me. When I eat them, they just taste like wafers. I can't get past the wafer texture.
The strawberry ones taste the furthest away from a traditional Kit Kat. It's good. Not for you.
The texture of a wafer is like eating like packing material, and I can't get past that.
Yeah, I like them because they're not chocolate.
Fair enough. I think you still have some in here that somebody from Not America sent you.
Yeah, I eat those.
Oh, okay.
When you're not looking.
I remember kerfuffle about palm oil with popcorn and how it was bad for you. Was it? That's bad news. Hey, Dan. We have 5 minutes until the muffs come out. Do you want to come talk things, or are you watching Crash Car?
They keep crashing.
That's all I've seen.
Bunch of fools.
Uncle Yukon says, styrofoam. When I was a kid in Catholic church, they switched the host from white flour to whole wheat. Ew, because it wasn't bad enough to begin with. You know what? The freeze-dried mango reminds me of the... What's it called? Is it called a host? That's what the freeze-dried mango... The flavor is obviously much better, but the freeze-dried mango has the texture and the, like, let it melt on your tongue-ness of the thing when you take your communion.
One time when I was an altar boy, I opened up the brand new package and I split the whole... Is that crinkly hard plastic?
Oh, you broke them?
No, the hosts didn't break. Only your mouth salvation can break those up. But I tore the packaging, like, all the way, so... I don't know. I think they had to bless the Ziploc before they went to Ziploc.
You got 5 minutes.
Okay. All right, so check it out. So you guys have known on Dantix, we've been testing out some new features here for upcoming, expansions on Stream Smart. But more importantly, for this Red Bull trivia show that's coming out. Well, it's a game show that's coming out next Wednesday live at 1 o'clock Pacific. I'm going to put a link to the Red Bull channel in the chat here, and hopefully you guys will follow it and go and check out the show. I won't be on the show. I'll be behind the scenes. Our trivia tech. I almost put it in Jess's. Chat. Here we go. Boom. Our trivia tech. There it is. Is going to be used on the show. So that's what we've been working on. So we'll be down in the studios at the Red Bull Studios during filming days, but it'll be live on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Maybe you'll see, maybe I can walk behind the camera somewhere during the behind the scenes stuff before it starts.
Oh, maybe.
But
you did get to be their fill-in host.
I did get to be the fill-in host when we were doing extensive testing. Today we just did another test here at the house for a couple hours, and everything worked out awesome. So it's gonna be rad. We put a lot of work into this. It's gonna be cool. There's gonna be a lot of people there.
Yes.
But show your RFS love. Say hi to me in the chat.
It'll be trivia just like we do. With the Stream Smart software just like we do. Mm-hmm. They made the questions, not us. Red Bull made it?
Yeah. Red Bull and the Vibrant Penguin team, the producing team that's producing the web show.
Right.
So all we had to do with this, we provided the tech, we provided the support for it, we got everything set up, we ran through testing and stuff like that, and it's time to put on a show. So we're a piece of the puzzle. And it's going to be really cool. It's something that we've been working on since the middle of last year or so. Maybe towards the last...
And a lot of you guys have been here when we were doing the testing for the teams and all that stuff, and everything looked a little bit different. The things where things didn't work is because Max was working on the back end of stuff to try to get it ready for this, and it was screwing things up trying to make it better. But you guys have it pretty nailed now, yeah?
Stream Smart doesn't even look at all the way it used to look back in the day. It's so cool. So, yeah, you'll get to see the tech. The tech will run along the bottom, along the side, and they'll have the scoring and all that stuff. So, we're doing it while they're putting on a crazy game show with a lot of Twitch streamers, a lot of popular Twitch streamers. So, I imagine thousands of people will be there. We'll be testing the software. It's going to be a lot of fun. Say hi in the chat. We'll be reading all the chat and doing the chat because we'll be in the control room where all the stuff happens like you would see on TV.
Yes, with lots of computers and a wall of screens. It was kind of neat when we were down there last time because they were pulling our scoreboard from a previous game, so all your guys' names were up there in the Red Bull studio.
Maybe after it goes live, I'll be able to show some of the screenshots I have on there where I've got some of your guys' names up on the up on the studio scoreboard.
Yeah, and to hear some of them, like, because they're talking about, oh, look at how long so-and-so's name is, and look at this, and, like, they were throwing out your guys' names, like, in the Red Bull studio, trying to theorize what could happen when we're doing the live show.
Yeah.
Brittany says it's amazing how just making vlogs of your life made its way for you working with Red Bull on a game show.
I always say, like, this could be the thing that leads to the thing. So whatever you're doing now, like, if you don't like it, but it could be the thing that leads to the thing. So I always thought that. And I always thought that something would come of this to some degree. And I always knew something would come of partnering with Max and StreamSmart. So this is the thing that led to the thing that led to the thing. And then now I have buddies that work in producing and stuff, like the Vibrant Penguin team. They're so cool. Like, I just want to be friends with all of them, and we get along great. So it's nice. You just make connections and you go along. So, you know, we'll see where this goes. But now I can kind of talk about it. There's the link. I pinned it to the top. Go follow the channel. We'll be live next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. I think I have to go down there like Tuesday or so, or I might be spending a couple days down in, where's it at? Santa Monica, at the Red Bull Studios.
Yes.
So everybody's putting in a lot of hard work on it. So go check it out.
All right, Brittany, I grabbed the package. But give me a minute because this is about done. Hannah says our little game show is growing up. Yeah, I think there was a little confusion about who did the what, but I think they like found what we were doing and they were like, we want some of that. And then here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll lead you into insanity, but I'll follow you down into insanity.
Drea says, Dan, where can I get a pin? I lost my Dan pin at school and I want another one. Do you have them up on the Etsy store?
They're on the Etsy store right now. If you just go to Etsy and type in RFS Dan at the Etsy store, they are up there. So you can get one there. Oh my gosh, that sucks. So someone else has a Dan pin, or I'm laying like in the dirt field somewhere.
I hope someone found it and was super excited to have Mohawk Dan. Jess with her member super chat, thank you so much,
Jess.
friend. Says, congratulations, you guys. Proud of you. It's so epic and you've been putting in so much work.
Yes.
It's been a lot of work.
It's been a lot of work. Today was a lot of work. Yesterday was a lot of work doing it, but thank you so much. Thanks. It's a really cool thing. And I think Jim asked if this was going to be an ongoing thing. We don't know. We don't know. We're shooting a pilot. It'll be live. We'll see how it goes. That's the great thing about live TV. Here's some behind the scenes stuff. What could go wrong? The only one thing that we couldn't test.
What?
Is having... I mean, Max was able to put a bunch of people into the room virtually, but until we get a load of thousands of people, there'll be thousands of people there, we won't know what happens. So if you like the drama of things going up like the Challenger, this could be it.
Want to watch this crash and burn?
This definitely could be it, because there was no way for us to flex test it. Today we created a bunch of virtual things to fill in the high score area, but that wasn't a load, that was internally, so you never know. Load testing is a nightmare. Yeah, so she said. So we don't know, so it's going to be great. So tune in. The link's pinned at the top. We put in a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of fun at the end.
Yeah, we're pretty excited for it.
We were pretty excited for it. We did a lot, like, it worked really well today.
Did anyone offer you a Red Bull today? Because next week, everyone's going to offer you a Red Bull.
Maybe I'll try my first Red Bull. We'll see.
I don't know if that's good for Dan. All right. Dan, do you want to see how these have turned out? Brittany with the listing for Etsy, thank you so much. That's the link where you can get the pins and the keychains and the stickers and the stuff and the things. Here's the thing, I haven't made this recipe before, so I don't know if this actually helped them be domier.
Let me get.
Jim says, shame, Red Bull is nasty, right? Like, couldn't you offer me, like, milkshakes?
Whoa! Not till after next Wednesday.
I just want a milkshake.
Not till after next Wednesday.
Hey, the water's free. I'm hoping they're not really dry. That's my biggest fear about these, that they're going to be really dry.
PJ, I almost got a Shamrock shake like 2 days ago when I was at McDonald's, but I was like, I'll wait, because I was like on my way to the doctor, so I didn't know, like...
I heard there's Minty Baileys, and you can make Shamrock shakes in your Ninja Creamy with Minty Baileys. Just going to put that out there for you. Alright, so in order to not have a third batch, I'm just going to fill in the last of this.
Dan is already energetic, not sure. Dan was the only one bouncing off the walls at the end of the day with no cans on his desk. The peach Red Bull is pretty good. You can't criticize Red Bull. Dan's boss. Oh, just ain't gonna like that. Just ain't gonna like that at all.
They do have like 40 different flavors now.
They're just like, take Red Bull with you. Grab Red Bull.
Like on the way out the door.
Grab that case of Red Bull.
Take one home with you.
And I'll say, every single Red Bull person is so nice and so cool, and they all look so happy, and they're all so not stressed out, and they're all.
They work in a place where, like, if you need to, like,
they're all willing.
Go home early.
Just, you know, I know they work hard, but oh my gosh, they're so happy, and like, it was a pleasure to be down there.
Absolutely.
So I can't wait to like go back. I'm more excited today after running this test. Like right before the stream, we ran a test, and everything worked out very well. Cause they're all pumped on Red Bull, cred. It's cred. I'd probably take a snoozer after the Red Bull. Maybe I'll try one in the video when I'm down there.
They have sugar-free.
When I'm down there, if I'm trying it, I'm
it,
going big.
The sugar-free was better because you don't get that crash at the end.
We're crashing together, but maybe I'll make a little video when I'm down there because I think now that we're down there and doing it, I can like film. I should be able to film stuff. All right, it's the final lap. Will they make it to the end without crashing? And the answer is no. Ooh, they saved it. Only 2 more turns.
Afriel says, pro tip, don't use Bailey's in a soda stream. My favorite Scotty's Bear electrician did, and it looked nasty. Ew. Gross.
Oh. The guy in the truck completely flipped over, rolled over 2 other trucks, and then landed back on his wheels and kept going, but not before he rolled over on 2 other trucks. That was awesome.
Set a 22-minute timer.
Oh, Daytona, I love you.
22 minutes, starting now.
Okay, Dan Mosley.
Yes.
Watch yourself, because I need to put this there, and that pan is hot. Don't burn yourself. Move your mittens.
Wow.
They smell good. You know, as I was trying to figure out how to open the website with the recipe, I need this, on the computer, and I was trying to like search Pinterest and maybe find it elsewhere or something in the last like minute before we started. I saw some that said brown sugar oatmeal muffins, and so that kind of made me a little more inclined to use the brown sugar, and I think that's going to give it a little bit better of a flavor. I think we're going to butter these, but let's taste it without butter first, and then Brittany, we will open your package. Don't worry, I've not forgotten. Oh, I've got a knife.
Oh, it's because it's not. It's because it's on the TV.
You're trying to do stuff and it's on the computer?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me take a picture of my muffs.
Oh.
Stop singing.
When we were doing the Stream Smart test today, I was I kept humming Bop for some reason, and it was in my head. So I'm sure everybody else appreciated the Bop humming.
Now it's all in their head and they can't figure out why. Jim, I wouldn't call it that. Chris the Animal Lover says, love the plate! Me too, isn't this a cool pattern? I have big plates and little plates and bowls like this. But they're melamine, so they can't go in the microwave, so I pretty much just use them for pictures and when we run out of other plates and we're not microwaving. Since Chris isn't here, taking a picture of your muffs for the only Crystal site. Thanks for taking his place. Okay, hold on, because I want to take half of this and just eat it plain. And then we'll butter the other half. I will say, I don't know if it's the recipe or cooking them separated from each other, but never do muffins straight out of the pan, still hot, peel out that easily. You always lose half of it and have to like eat it off the paper like cheese paper on a burger. Are you still bopping over there?
A little bit. Like more than 0%. There's been more than 0%.
Do you know that I'm pretty sure my Mustang still has a sticker on it that says honk if you love Hanson, then drive into a tree?
Would you get that a Hot Topic?
Oh, absolutely Hot Topic. Hannah says, Dan, come muff.
Yeah.
Do you have salted butter? I have spreadable butter with canola oil. It has salt in it. It has sea salt in it. Does that count? My sticks are all unsalted, though. Okay, so here's our taste test. Don't worry, we'll wait.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to teach John Carl about NASCAR, and we were talking about Rex.
Okay, here is unbuttered.
It tastes like cornbread.
It's so dry.
It shuts me up, though. 2 more minutes.
It's not bad. The cake flour and the brown sugar were definitely good choices. I can tell the difference in the flavor and the texture from the two of them. You don't know, you're a boy, you eat anything.
It tastes like cornbread.
I think just because it's dry.
Just says, him and Daniel are back from the hospital. Yay, only 2 rounds of chemo left. Good. Then no more forever. NASCARs go round and round. It was good tonight. The truck series was good. Oops. Yo, what is this?
It's very crumbly. It's just butter.
Oh.
What do you think I put on it?
You know how... Sugar? You know how, like, you ever, like, when you take a glass of... You think, like, maybe you're, like... You were gonna, like, take a glass of milk and drink for that 1 second. You're like, that's not what I thought. I thought it was, like, cream cheesy, buttery love. Oh my gosh, butter's boring all of a sudden. Butter's like the 3 Musketeers of chocolate. It's like you start with butter and then you add like stuff.
It's not made better with butter.
Are these
It's
good
not
for me?
worse. They're better than some things. They're better than most muffins I make, probably. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't love it. It does have kind of a brown sugar oatmeal kind of flavor to it. Like the oatmeal that's brown sugar flavored.
Crystal Miller says try cream cheese. Brittany says try honey.
We're
Scott
trying to
Sarvel
make
says
healthy.
honey.
Okay, honey would probably be good. Do you want to try with the honey?
Yes, because it reminds me of cornbread. I would just eat them plain.
They're not bad plain. They're dry though. They're really dry.
Dan's disappointed. I was only disappointed in the white goo. Wait, Jim, shut up.
Afriel says, Crystal, thank you for the show. It always makes me smile. I'm glad. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it was good. Crystal came home and she was a grumpy goose and unhappy, and I'm glad they're helping you shake it off.
Bjornbug says, time to make some chili to go with it.
Almost. It's like candy cornbread. But not candy corn, because that's the worst thing ever.
I was imagining candy corn bread.
I'm just watching the numbers drop after I talk about candy corn.
Crystal says try jam. We may have to do that as well.
We can. I would just eat them plain. They're fun.
Right, but we're going to try them different ways and see what makes them good.
There's some other flavor in there that doesn't help with that.
Something about that reminds me of when my mom would make peanut butter and honey sandwiches when we were kids. And she'd put the honey right on the bread. And it, like, crystallized and made the bread hard.
Is your Mustang a hard tip or convertible?
Hard top. Coupe.
Squirp.
Cookie butter, that would make it good. But we're trying to make it healthy.
I don't know, can we just dip it in chocolate?
Let's try a bit of jam. That'll be our last condiment.
Alright.
Look, I could put anything on it to make it taste good, but we want to try to stick in the healthier realm of things. Otherwise, like, why don't I just make muffins that taste better? Yeah, I have Biscoff cookie butter, but, like, I might as well just put a candy bar on top. And in that case, I'll just make chocolate muffins.
I suck at taking photos. Oh my gosh. I'm good at photos when there's 60 in a second, but when it's just one photo, it just sucks.
This might be a little excessive on the jelly, but we're going for it.
Which approves.
Yeah. Did you like the
I mean,
muffins?
just putting chocolate on the muffins. Dang, what's up? I've never had food before.
Every time, huh? No, I don't like it. I think I like them better just by themselves. So we tried it with jelly, honey, and butter.
I like it just plain.
Plain, yeah. It's not bad.
Wait, you can get away with a discount scone. Because that was that had a texture of a scone.
I have the whipped cream cheese in there.
So that, you could get away with a healthier scone.
I think they're best just by themselves.
They're best by themselves.
Just plain.
The whole purpose is just to have them by themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with them. There's more, right? Oh, wait. What was the results of them coming out being staggered alternately?
Well, you weren't paying attention when I took them out.
I sure wasn't.
Here's the problem. I've never made this recipe before, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Like, we don't know what they would look like anyway?
Right. So this one, I put this batch in, and I didn't want to have to do a third batch, so I filled in some of the holes, so we'll see if we can see a difference, because some are spaced out and some are not.
And is there, like, a lot of sugar in this or no?
It was a half a cup of brown sugar.
Like, can I eat another one? Or...
I mean, we did just eat one whole muffin, but if you want to, you can.
Yeah,
let's see.
I'll
Sometimes
wait
the
a
recipes have a calorie count. Let's see if it does. Nope, nobody did the math. Oh, wait, they do. 239 calories.
Nah, it's cool. I like to finish my Chinese food.
Fair enough.
Yes.
If you like fruit, the berries might help with the moisture. We have a premium raspberry fruit spread with 75% fruit, and I didn't like the flavor. So here's the thing about it. I don't really eat oatmeal, and when I do, I eat it like cereal, cold. Like I put the oats in a bowl, and I put milk on them, and I just eat it like that. So having a warm oatmeal muffin, like it, to me kind of tastes like oatmeal mush, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Just trying everything to make it better, huh? Just trying it out to see, but I think it's better just by itself.
Yeah, I like that. That's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah, it is dry. You'll definitely like some milk or juice with it. No blueberry. I do actually have blueberry jam, but I don't think it's open yet.
Putting blueberries in there if they would stay would be okay, but if that would be fun. But I'm okay with this. I would eat that. I like plain things. I don't have to have.
Yeah,
crazy.
I like it plain. Wilhelmina says try lemon. I don't have lemon other than like frozen lemon juice cubes.
But like that would be good. Like a lemony flavor mixed in here would I would try that. I would definitely. Is Mooch losing his hair? No, he's just losing his mooch.
Yeah, I would recommend it if you like oatmeal mush, which PJ says sounds like a vape flavor. You could put
what
something
do you
in
know
it.
about that? You're so innocent. What do you know about that?
Sally says blueberries add sweetness. You could put a fruit in it if you wanted to. Again, Blake's not really the biggest fan of things like that added into things, so I didn't want to put anything in it. I just wanted it to be plain. He's been on this overnight oats kick, and he likes it just with a little bit of peanut butter in it. Maybe he might want to put some peanut butter on this. I don't know. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. It's an oatmeal base, basically. It is a very plain muffin. So you could add whatever you wanted to. If you wanted to add chocolate chips, if you wanted to add some fruit, either before baking or after, you totally could. You could make this, like, customize it a little bit and make it a flavor that you would prefer. Where was I? Yeah, honest opinion, try it. It's not bad. If you like oats and you like oatmeal, it's not bad. Old cheddar goes well with oatmeal. Sorry, fresh out of old cheddar. Warm oatmeal is best for a cold morning. I just can't with I don't like cooked oatmeal. We had it as kids, and it's just I don't like cold oatmeal. Yeah, Uncle Yukon, maybe a Snickers would make it better. Absolutely. But again, at that point, I might as well just make chocolate muffins, right? Or like eat a candy bar. Hannah says I'm crazy. Wilton says, you're eating raw oatmeal. I just don't like, it's a texture thing when it just becomes like, it's like eating the batter for this. Like, it's gross. I don't like it. But I'm not the biggest fan of oatmeal in the first place. I don't really like oatmeal cookies. I like the iced oatmeal cookies, but I put those oats in a blender and basically turn it into flour. No, I'm not going to try it anymore. Thank you guys for the suggestions, but I ate a whole muffin. And it's still in my teeth. But yeah, you could definitely make it with, add some fruit before or after baking. You could You could add fruit, and that would definitely make it better. Or chocolate, because chocolate makes everything better. But yeah, they're decent. It's a decent enough recipe. Oh, Sarah agreeing with me. She also hates hot oatmeal. Thank you, friend. I needed somebody on my side. Apparently everybody here likes oat mush.
What's up, hot oatmeal?
I'm cold oatmeal. Your other girlfriend is hot oatmeal.
Nice.
Shall we open our box from Brittany?
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know if she's still here and awake, but Brittany! Stephanie agreeing that oat mush is a gross texture. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't mind it. I grew up in
Seriously, a scoop of vanilla ice cream is out of bounds? Wait. You've been here before. This is not a healthy show. I'm just trying to make our kids something a little bit healthier. Oh, thanks. I'm trying to make our kids something a little bit healthier to have before school because he's looking for a healthier something.
Oh, who's getting laser
That's
eyes?
all.
Who's getting
Look,
laser eyes?
DP said a scoop of vanilla ice cream is out of bounds. No, if you saw how much ice cream is in my freezer right now, you would know there's nothing out of bounds with ice cream.
There's the creator of ice cream.
Yeah, we literally have a Ninja Creamy.
Right there.
So, yeah, I wanted to try this recipe for Blake to see if it's something that he would like that I could make for him on the regular to have for school. Matt Tommy says, after seeing you make muffins, I'm thinking I need to make some bannock? I need to know what that is. Please fill me in. All right. I don't need a knife. Oh, Brittany. She always sends Tiki Cat. The
that's the
cats
good stuff.
love
That's
the
awesome.
Tiki Cat. Thank you so much. Oh, this is 6 different flavors. I don't know if they've had all the flavors. Ahi tuna and crab surimi.
Oh my gosh!
Sardine cutlets.
Did you know Brittany's last name?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's right there on the screen. Crow. Dan's new here.
I've only been this is my first day streaming. Where's the camera at? There it is.
Bannock is native bread. I don't know what that means. An indigenous thing. It's basically fried bread. You can't go wrong.
I'm in with that.
Bread's amazing. Fried things are amazing. Dan, how did you not know Brittany's last name? It's like literally on the screen.
I think I just look at like the icon. Words dumb.
You just like purple hair. That's Brittany.
Do you remember how I encouraged everybody to like put their pictures on there?
Oh, so you could recognize people like just
Yeah.
by the picture.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Look at Hannah. She's like walking to the store, and then Brittany's got purple hair, and Amanda Moline's.
Wilton's got Wilton, Dawn, and her whole cloud are on there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Basically a flatbread. I'm in.
Absolutely. Do you know Hannah's last name?
It's brunch. and I'm not changing it ever. It's brunch.
How many times in your life have you been called Hannah Brunch? I'm sure it's like 112.
No, just the 4 times Dan did it.
Uncle Yukon says, I don't look like my avatar picture. In our minds, you do. You are a husky who has learned how to keyboard. Hannah says, too many. Probably as many as I've been called Strobe or Straub. Not a fan.
Straubenstein. That's...
Every time I send a package to Jason, I send it to Jason Straubenstein, and then he knows it's from me. Wilton says, everybody except Boo and Leela. They came along after that artwork was drawn. Oh, Crystal corrected me. It's a Malamute. Sorry. Look, all dogs look the same. Right?
Whoa!
I don't know. Brittany says, I was worried I got the food since on the morning live, the cats had not been liking food. No, they've not been liking pate lately. We were doing Fancy Feast pate, because Dan read up, and like that's one of the good options for like, you know, we're not getting the super expensive like $60 a case food. We're getting, you know, higher mid-range kind of stuff. And Crystal just got canceled. All dogs are the same. I don't know. Do all my cats look the same? Can you name every single one of my cats and get it right on the first try? I don't know. They all kind of look the same, right? But yeah, we as happens with cats, we loaded up on a bunch of Fancy Feast pate, and they were like, we don't like that anymore. So this is good because it's got the well, we're not on side cam anymore. It's got like little bits and then chunks of real flaked fish, which it absolutely is.
There you go.
No, you can
I'll take a
see
sip
the
on
picture.
This
is what they've been liking lately. We have a few different brands we do, and Fancy Feast also has one that's got like rice
stink.
and it's something Florentine, and it's got spinach in it and primavera, and it's got tomatoes in it and stuff, and like they like those, and they like this stuff where it's the little bits and then the chunks of the fish. Stripers is still having trouble eating any sort of chunks, so when I'm feeding him, I try to get like the juicier bits and the tiny little bits that he can just lick and swallow, so he doesn't have to chew. Yes, I know you can name them, but if I lined them all up, would you be able to name which one is which? and get it right on the first try. Because if nothing else, Roxy and Baxter are hard to tell.
They're gapping.
Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze.
Oh my gosh.
It's the daintiest thing about me.
Wow. Who are you?
Shut up. Do you want me to yell sneeze? Because is that cuter?
Oh no, it's movie magic. We're on camera. It's fine. Wow.
Get out of here. So yes, thank you again, Brittany. We've bought this a couple of times, but this is a higher end one.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
So much. They're
appreciate
definitely
it.
going to. Mooch is already sitting here watching. Like,
Do we want to snack them up before we go?
We can. Crystal said, I used to get Mama and Rizzo mixed up, but Rizzo has more brown. Rizzo has more white, like her whole belly is white. But when she's walking by, she's darker. We still get them confused. Every once in a while, we're like, which one? If she's like curled up into a little cinnamon roll, it's hard to tell because she's dark on the outside, and so is Mama. But Rizzo's the one with more white, where her belly's all white, and she stands up and she's all white. Wilton says, I had to learn to sneeze like that when I worked at McDonald's so the customers wouldn't freak out about me sneezing. And it's more clean, right? Like, nobody wants anybody spitting, like, spit everywhere. Just, it's gross. It's gross. I should have written a name on here, Dan, because now I can't remember who sent us the whole bucket of snacks. The bucket was broken, so we had to put it in Tupperware, and this is just one of the 2 Tupperwares. You get down, those muffs are not for you. What? Who wants snacks? I know you want snacks. Roxy! She's getting down, she's trying to find a path. Who wants snacks? Topo wants snacks. Brittany says tomorrow's food is for Moochie. Alright, good to know. Hey, Mooch. Oh. Mooch, you have to pay attention if you want the snacks. I can't help you if you're not going to look. Topo. Oh, Roxy, you want one? You've done so much work to try to get down, and you're still not down. There you go, Drea with the emojis. Mooch, Kitty, Kumiko, Precious, Rizzo, Mama. It's hard to tell which one is Baxter and Roxy. Yes, when you can see their whole bodies, Baxter is so much bigger than Roxy, and Baxter has a longer nose. Roxy has a more squishy face.
Roxy's there.
And her eyes are more wide and not tall, like her mom. Baxter has bigger, rounder eyes. Roxy definitely looks much more like her mom than Baxter does. Mama Derp! Amanda Moline says, I sent you the food and the cat treats. Thank you. I will try to remember that was you. Normally I'd write your name on the package, but because the package collapsed, I couldn't do that, and I didn't write it on my lunch meat Tupperware. Baxter! Want a cookie? Nope, he's still half asleep. Oh, can you get it, Topo? Alexa, stop. Rizzo reminds me of my previous cat, Charlie. Rizzo is like, what did I tell my mom today? I was like, I don't mean to insult her, but she's like the insignificant cat. Like, in terms of, she doesn't make any noise. She doesn't bother us. She doesn't get into things. Like,
all of a sudden you look down and she's there like, hey, give me attention.
Yes, the only time she ever does anything noticeable is if she wants you to pet her, and she'll follow you around and start standing up.
I will say,
she's just like standing in the background, like, if you want to give me a treat, I'm over here. She's not trying to fight for it or anything.
She does tricks.
She does.
Cutest sleeper in the world.
Yes, she always sleeps on her back with her arms out. Let's see if I can get her to do that trick.
Today I was doing the head trick to Mama Cat, and she was mimicking me.
Was she?
Yeah, but she's special.
One time Baxter watched Rizzo do the stand-up trick, and he looked at her and he looked at me, and I put my hand up and he stood up. One time, that was it. Let's see. Can you guys see her?
Yeah.
Come here. Do you give me high fives?
She stretched.
No, she did with one hand. Mooch?
Amanda wants to know if I could say her last name. I thought it was Moline.
I think that's what it is. That's what we usually say.
Yeah, I feel like that feels good to me.
My back's sleepy. And you're just looking at the snack like, Whoa. Topo snatched that one up. Which cat has the loudest purr?
Topo's got a good purr.
Kitty.
Oh, yeah.
Laying in bed at night, Kitty, because she pretty much just hangs out in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like, could you shut up? I'm trying to sleep. And she's always right next to my head. She sleeps next to my head, like next to my pillow. She purrs so loud.
She does. She's the loudest. Topo purrs really loud too, and his purrs are deeper than his meows.
Yes. Yeah, Topo has a little sissy meow.
Oh my gosh.
A Beer and Bug updated his profile pic. Don't know how long it'll take to show up. It's there. I see you in your blue shirt.
There you are. I think I've seen you before because I snooped your YouTube channel once.
Yes.
Watched your videos.
Mooch being a now older cat, could he maybe be starting to have trouble seeing? I don't think he really does. He seems to be okay.
His eyes don't look as bad as Striper's.
Right. He just, like, internal maintenance is a lot.
And his body's old.
Does Kitty vibrate the bed? Sometimes. Here's the worst thing about Kitty. She hangs out on the bed all day long. She doesn't really come out of the bedroom. She gets so excited every time we walk by. We pet her. We talk to her. Like, we engage with her. The minute we lay down in bed, it's time to take a bath. And she takes a bath, like, and then she, like makes these little gremlin noises.
Loud. It's
the
loud.
worst thing. And I'm like, could you just shut up or, like, go somewhere else and take a bath? Because this is the worst thing ever, and I don't want to hear it at all. But other than that, she's pretty quiet. Baxter. Rizzo likes these snacks, so good job, Amanda. She's a picky one, and she's really happy with these.
They do have all of a sudden just one day they're just like, I hate this, I don't want this anymore, and it's not their food anymore.
Yep.
The Tastefuls or whatever the nice blue buffalo cans were, all of a sudden they just rejected it.
Yep.
Same with Mooch. Mooch and Kumiko are very picky lately. So it just happens. Just all of a sudden they're just like, forget it. I don't want another piece of pizza. I want something else.
Yes.
We do have a big variety though.
Amanda says you're the first one to get it right. No one can get my last name right. What do they say? Moline? Like, how else would you say that? Amanda has a picky dog. Is it Budweiser? You're the one with Budweiser, aren't you? I still can't believe how Topo was small and now is big. It is weird to look back at the pictures of him. He's been here since 2020, and he was so scrawny and sucked in and, like,
and now he looks like a snail.
Sad.
Look at him. He's like a snail.
No, he's huge. He is actually the heaviest cat in the house right now.
He might have to walk on the
Are you
treadmill.
gonna catch it? Sit.
He might have to
Topo,
walk
sit.
on the treadmill.
Good boy. Oh, nice catch. And then you dropped it. Hannah says, brunch, brooch, broccoli. Yes, really. Yep. I get it. As someone with a German last name, I get it. All right, Dan.
Yeah, good stream. That was fun.
I'm going to go run and give Kitty some snacks because I know she can hear me doling them out. Oh, Precious is here around the corner, too.
Is there any way we can get a little fan service in the bathroom? And like,
I'm sorry, what'd you call me?
Can we like get a little bowl of a little like wet food in a bowl, and maybe we can like.
Oh, and have him perform and eat food?
Yeah, maybe he can eat a little bit of food for us.
It is time for his medicine, so I can do that for sure. I may have to pull it up on my phone so I can see because I have to put his medicine in there and like sit down with him and make sure he eats it all.
Okay. We called Topo Mouse until he didn't look like a mouse anymore, and then Topo is Italian for mouse?
Yes.
Is Italian for mouse, so we kept it around, and I love Topo. I love to call him Topo, and Dopo, and Slowpo, and Nopo is bad. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so it's great. So I do like the things that I can do with his name. And he's Big Topo. And
Terry always calls him Bopolo.
Popolo, yeah. So we have lots of We have lots of things, and it's still a mouse.
Amanda says, no one can get my last name, right? Everyone says my name Milan or Morning or a different name. Stop hanging out with people who can't read. Like, that's not even a hard one. Hannah's is hard. Mine's hard. That one, I get maybe people would say Moline, but other than that, like, when I looked at it, that says Moline.
All right, Crystal, so what are we doing now?
All right, so this is his pain med. He takes 0.7 milliliters. Afriel says, how would you pronounce... Okay, so we have somebody at work that calls and his last name starts with an H and a V.
Can I guess before you say it?
H-V-A-L. How would you say it?
Haval.
The guy who calls, who has the last name, it's Vobel. So the H is just silent, so I'm going to guess Vol. Like, maybe kind of a softer V, like Vol. I don't know if I can say it right, but yeah, he just says Vobel. So that's my guess, just Vol. Doesn't Striper's name have only one P in his name? Otherwise, with two P's, it's Stripper. Yes, you are correct.
Like the person that called you at the vet.
Yes, at the vet.
Tell that story again real quick.
Huh?
Tell that story again real quick.
They came out to the car, and the girl kind of had a weird look on her face, and she's like, is it strippers? And I said, I don't know what he does in his free time, but we call him Stripers. And she laughed, and now they remember that it's Stripers. Which I feel like Stripers is a fairly basic common name for an animal. Like, I don't know if it was entered wrong, or if she was just confused. Oh, I did it backwards.
Dang. No wonder he's sneezing.
Right? This is the clear one. No, just this time.
Wow.
This is the 0.7. It's because I was talking and not paying attention. Because this came out of here, right? This is the amoxicillin. Yeah, this
Christine
is the one.
Says, no one ever mispronounces my name here in New York. It's Yonkers. If you got a problem with it, we can go in the alley.
She did not say that. Afriel said, oh gods, yes. Was I right? Okay. And this is the pain. Okay, I did that right? 0.7 is the clear one. She said, I don't talk like that. Are those shots? No, it's just a little, like medicine syringe. So what I'll do is to squirt these into a bowl for him.
It's to measure.
Yeah, it's just measuring it. We do have needles, though, that we have to give him subcutaneous fluid. We did that yesterday where we stuck a needle under his skin, like, on his back, and we had to put fluid into him to help rehydrate him because he's so dehydrated.
Didn't even flinch.
Nope, unfazed.
Didn't even flinch at all.
Hey, Topes. Someone left a snack. Eat it. Alright, I'm just going to clean out a bowl for him real quick, and then I will put the medicine in there, and then I'll have to take the food in there, because if I open it here, everyone's going to freak out. Afriel says, you're the first one that's done that cold that doesn't live in Ballard here in Seattle. Pronouncing the name? I'm pretty good with, like, words of pronunciation and language of origin and remembering that, like, oh, somebody's name is like that, and that's... You know what gets me, though, is the Indian names, both, like, Native American and, like, Indians. I have a really hard time figuring out how to pronounce those. There's somebody that works at the city that I have to talk to, and his name is SYCCHAI or something like that, and it's Sichai. Never would have guessed in a million years that's how you pronounce that.
Christine says, I don't talk that way. Yeah, right. Look at that big Jersey hair. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh, you better hurry up and hit the tunnel.
Wilton says, my maiden name is...
Mount.
Let's see. It's going to be one of two pronunciations. It's got two T's, so I'm inclined to think Kalita, but that doesn't sound right. So is it Kalita? It's Kalita or Kalita. It has to be. Nobody can say that right. They can't say Tennille right either. But like the captain of Tennille, right?
It's Coletta.
Coletta? Like as if it's an E?
Yes.
Who's right, Dan or me?
You.
Oh, she said the first one is right. Kalita.
It's Coletta.
Afriel says the HV name was Norwegian. When will the stream end? Right now, bye. Nikki, thank you so much for the super chat. My last name has come out like Villa Meyer or Villa Marie. Yeah, people that read like Dan, or people with dyslexia will just see the letters and guess based on what it is. All right, so I'm gonna take this. There's still some snacks on the table that are on the counter here that Mooch didn't finish.
You know who will?
We had an open can, did we not?
Things were given out throughout the day, depending on snacks. All right, so I'm gonna go and move the camera once you get in there.
Okay.
Let me know when you're all situated, and I'll move the camera real quick.
I need you to move your. What did you do here? Okay, I think this is. I'm gonna take both of these.
Where would you be if the check was just in here?
Yeah, he's in his bed, so that throws me off a bit. Hi, bud. Can I slide you over?
Okay. We might be able to hear what's going on in there. Hold on. If you give me a second.
Oh, he yawned and his mouth hurt.
Aww. If you give me a second, I can enable the microphone. Just give me a second.
Something. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No, you want to get up?
Can you ask if they can hear you in the bathroom?
Can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, they hear you.
Hi, can you get up so we can have some food? Come here, buddy. Oh, sweet boy. Hi there. Hi. He just wants to curl up. Oh yeah, eat some foods. Can you see him?
Yeah, you're good. We can hear you. Like, the microphone's in there now.
Okay. So this is the food we've been doing lately. It's BFF brand. And they've really been liking this one.
Christine says, oh, he's hungry.
Yeah. He likes the canned food. Especially because at work it's just pate. And he wasn't really able to eat pates. So he likes having something a little saucier. Bury your face again. All right, bud, you gotta eat more. You gotta finish your medicine.
Guess who's not stoked out here?
Mooch?
Every other cat.
Hey, finish your food. Stop curling up. Finish your food. You gotta get the stuff in the corner. Hold on. You gotta finish your medicine.
Roxy's totally watching on the stream playback.
Yeah. Did you get a chunk and it hurt? Aww. What's wrong? Your nails cut. Well, we're gonna have to have them trim his nails, or I might have to just do it because they're so long and sharp.
They'll do it when they put them under for the teeth.
Yeah.
They trim the nails. Yeah, we can make sure, but like the other vet that we go to, they do that automatically. Like that's one of the things they automatically do.
Right.
So we can ask them to do that, and we can see about they're gonna work on his teeth, about cleaning his teeth.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's there for.
They'll definitely snip his nails. He's happy.
He is. He feels cleaner and softer already with the pain meds. He's able to bathe himself a little bit better.
Right.
And so his fur doesn't feel so gritty and grimy. My hand's not black after I pet him. Oh, did you need more? I'm sorry.
it's so funny. Roxy's just watching.
There you go.
Maybe I can get a microphone too.
Crystal, he gets the meds twice a day. The meds and the antibiotics twice a day. We do it at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
Okay, there's a Dan mic too. Sorry.
April says, ibuprofen. No, he gets, what is it, amoxicillin, and I'm not sure what the other one is. I can check when I go back out there and I'll tell you. Yeah. You good? Oh, did you get a piece that hurt? Oh, back to Snuggles. Did your mouth hurt?
Can you turn it your way a tiny bit, please? Yeah.
Oh, where are you going?
Dale says that we should make the stripers with a Y for confusion.
Yeah.
I like the strippers.
It is kind of funny. Not gonna lie, I'm not in love with the name Stripers,
That
but
is a very good idea, though, Dale. That would
it is
solve
what it is.
confusion. But that's no fun.
Afriel, I think he's done a really good job. I did say, I'll probably grab like a wet washcloth and wipe him down, but like by the second day of meds, he's done a good job of cleaning himself. He feels soft. There's no black. The first day I took him to the vet, I had to sit there with him for probably 2 hours. And then I had to go to the bathroom. Like, they took him to the back. I said, do you have a bathroom I can use? And I had to walk with my hand just held in front of me because it was just completely black from petting him. That's all gone. He's all cleaned up.
As soon as he got meds, he started cleaning.
Yes. Like that same night. Like an hour and a half after he started the pain meds. Yeah, he's a happy boy. Does he know his name? Not really. Dan says we can't change it. But I don't love it. I did, when I was 10 years old, my second cat that was my cat was named Stripers. So it's kind of weird to have another cat with the same name. And it was like, a 10-year-old named it. No, April, cats are not easy to bathe unless you start it when they're little and keep them on it. They're self-cleaning. It's really great. Like, you don't have to give them a bath or anything. They just take care of it. You wipe up some, like, dirty bits or whatever if they get into something, but they're self-cleaning. It's amazing.
They're mostly America's Funniest Home Video cats, if you get them wet.
Yes. They do not want to get wet. April says use nicknames. I always call him Stripey Boy. At work, they named him after a previous coworker who was lazy because he always just sleeps, and they called him Ivan. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Are you watching yourself on the camera?
I will say, Mama Cat does.
Oh, did I get too close to your mouth? I'm sorry.
Mama Cat runs back and forth in between the clear plastic and the shower curtain, but she hasn't gone in the water yet.
He likes being pet, like, he likes his cheeks being pet, just not now. And he's like him, like, behind the ears, but I think I got too close to his mouth because he hissed at me. But, like, he's chill. You can hold his paws and rub his paws, and he doesn't care about it at all.
In 20 minutes, snoozing, because we gave him medicine that makes him sleepy.
Yes.
But he'll be so snoozing soon. Like today on the live stream, he went on top of the counter and just snoozed in his little corner. And he was just out almost all day until I brought him to bed. I was like, dude, come on. I put that bed on the ground. As soon as I did, he got up. I petted him a little bit. He hopped right in the bed, and then that was it.
And we got a member super chat from Athena. Thank you so much. He should become a member of the family. I think Dan agrees with you. April wants to know, how do you prevent fleas? We live in a climate where they don't live very well, so it's usually not an issue out here. Hey, buddy. And Beerenbuck says, good thing you don't need to worry about fleas. The cats at my aunt's trailer are all flea bites. Yeah, it's not an issue. We you know, every time we introduce a cat into the house, we always check. Sometimes the kittens that we find, like, out in the bushes and stuff will have them, but generally not. Yeah, no ear mites. They did check at the vet. His ears look good. A little dirty, but not bad. He must be feeling better. Yeah. His mouth does still hurt, but he is feeling better and he's happy. He's warm and gets to sleep on a nice cushy bed, so he's happy about that. David says, how soon are you going to try to reintroduce him to the other cats again? We let him have free reign all night last night. I don't know what he did. When I went to bed, he was sleeping on the bed in the bedroom. When I got up and went to find him, he was under Dan's desk. There was minor, like, half-hearted hissing. Nothing, like, real crazy. But nobody really cares. So, you know, the door's been open this whole time. I just closed it so I could feed him so the other cats wouldn't come try to get the food. But everybody's free to, you know, come in and out. Yes, he will be better next week. He goes in for his dental work on Thursday. Don't know yet what they need to do, but they will do whatever needs to be done. And he will be all taken care of.
Oh, he's so happy.
He is. He's purring. And it's funny because at work I would try to get him to sit in my lap and he would sit for like 1 minute and then he'd want down. This is all he wants. He just wants to climb into my lap and sit.
We've also made him comfortable with the meds.
Yes. And Crystal says he seems to like the bathroom and feels like it's his safe place. Yeah, at one point last night he got scared and he came running in here into the little hidey hole. So we've given him a space. The other cats don't really come in this bathroom. There's no reason for them to. Our bathroom is like the one window that gets direct sunlight most of the day. So they go in our bathroom and lay on the floor where the sun hits. But there's only a tiny window that doesn't face the sun and it's covered by the carport anyway. So the cats don't come in here.
Today with the door open, they peeked. Baxter peeked for a minute and then ran. Topo peeked for a minute and ran away. Oh my gosh! And keep in mind, like the cat, you saw how much the cat moved. The cat didn't move, but
no, he barely lifts his head. I had to pull him out of the bed to eat.
Otherwise, they went off about their day and they didn't really care. Roxy made it onto the toilet seat and was just staring at the cat. And I went in there and I was like, "What's going on?" And she ran off. But
yeah, Roxy's been liking to watch. And just stare.
She's her and Kamiko.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. You want to go back to your bed? Aw. He likes to bury his head. He just mashes. Just done. You want to go back in your bed? You want to go see your girlfriend bed? What are you doing? Hi. You want to go to your bed? You can climb inside of it. You don't just have to lay on the edge. That's your bed. Go in. There you go. That's it. He just buries his face. What you doing? He's happy. So he had his pain meds. He'll get a little dopey and he'll probably conk out for a while. But we'll leave the door open so he can come out if he wants to. Hi. Boop. You booped yourself. No, he just buries his head in the corner. You good? Now he's making biscuits. He's happy. All right. What you doing, bud? You want to come out? Go. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support and thank you for being here. The meds kicked in. Probably not that quickly, but yeah, he's just, his mouth hurts and I think he's just exhausted and he doesn't have to be on like high alert anymore because he's safe. I think he just likes being able to relax. Have you ever had to deal with seizures in cats? No, that's not something we've ever had in any of our cats. He's one spoiled kitty in that kitty bed. He is.
Thank you, Drea.
Look how happy he is. And all these ungrateful cats. Dan brought that bed back from Super Zoo. It's a super fancy, like, really nice bed. Rizzo laid it in a couple of times. That was about it.
The banana. The
Nobody really cared.
They didn't care about the banana. Oh my gosh.
So this other medicine is
What's your problem?
gabapentin. So he's got amoxicillin. I think, Clavamox. So I think that's the amoxicillin one. I thought this said amoxicillin. Yeah. Amoxicillin and clavulanate. So who was it? I think Scott maybe said Clavamox. So that's what he gets until he goes back. He gets this, and then every other day we put the fluids in. We have, like, you know, the IV bag that hangs on the thing? We have that, and, like, a bag full of needles to give him the fluids and stuff. Gabapentin is what they use to mildly sedate aggressive cats to go to the vet. Oh, good to know. We've never had that because none of our cats are aggressive.
So he's all just doped up.
Absolutely.
But
it helps him. They said, oh, you're going to see a different cat. And I swear to you guys, he had been real standoffish. And you saw us, like, take him out of the hiding hole several times, just dragging him out of it and stuff. When I went in there about an hour and a half, 2 hours after I gave him the gabapentin the first time, I sat down on the ground and I called for him, just like the little kissy noise. And he got himself out of the hole and climbed right in my lap. And that was the first time he had done that. He was just like, I need snuggles. And he was happy after that. So
yeah, doesn't have to fight for his food, doesn't have to do anything, doesn't have to get his steps in. He can just chill for a while.
Yes. Dale says, next time you take him to the vet, ask why he does the whole head burying thing. They might be able to tell you, or at least give you ideas on why that is.
He's just a snuggly hider. And I think it's that thing with cats where, you know how they just put their head in something, they're like, can't see me.
Yeah, if you can't see me, if I can't see you, you can't see me. I think he just does that. I could mention it, but yeah, I think it's some of the other cats do it too, but he seems to do it a lot. But I think some of that comes from he's not 100% comfortable in his environment yet, but he feels safe, like, with us. So I don't know. He's happy. Afriel says her mom takes the gabapentin for nerve issues that are painful. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so it seems to be easing the pain a little bit, although you can tell his mouth still hurts. When I pet the side of his mouth a little bit and he hissed at me, when he gets a bigger chunk of food and it goes in the wrong spot in his mouth, I don't know what's going on in his mouth. They took the tongue depressor and, you know, she, like, did one of these where she looked in the side a little bit and she said, oh yeah, he's got an infection in his mouth. And that was as far as it went. And give him the antibiotics, we'll get him in here and we'll fix up what needs to be fixed up. But while he's awake and in pain, you can't do anything. And they couldn't put him under to do anything until they did his blood work to find out if he was healthy enough for that, which he is. Clean bill of health, he's surprisingly healthy. And they can't do any dental work until they can get that infection down a little bit. So that's why he's taking the amoxicillin. So we're getting there. One more week.
I hit my wall. This is hour 6.5 of me talking to a camera today.
You've been doing a lot of stuff. I'm about done too. I need some real food because I only ate a little bit of your chow mein for lunch and then some tortilla chips before we started, and I need real food now.
Look how cute he is in there.
He is. He's happy.
Most importantly, he doesn't have to, like, fight for any. Well, he didn't have to anyway, but he doesn't have to, like.
He's not really a fighter anyway, but yeah, he's safe and he's warm. He's not sleeping outside in the dirt tonight, and that makes me happy. So we're gonna head out, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. And
thank you, everybody.
Watching us make some oatmeal muffins, which are not my favorite, but if Blake likes them, I'll make them more. Stop that. Stop that, Dan.
Aha, that's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, Dantics, 4 all new categories, 40 all new questions. Hey, if you're British, show up for the last category. I think you're gonna nail it. That's all I'll say about that. That's it. Dantics tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes. Don't forget, we are still doing earlier Saturday shows. Seems to be working out for us. I don't know about you guys, but it helps us to have a little more evening left when we're done.
And thank you, everybody, that, like, not just financially support, like, helping with the cats and stuff like that, but just, like, being around. I feel like we're all friends now at this point. Like, we've all been around so many years and stuff like that. So Thank you so much. Like, I'm glad. Like, I was happy to hurry up and come home and turn on the. I mean, the cat was home a few minutes before I had the live cam on because I knew all of you were gonna want to see what was going on.
Yeah, you had it
and
all
stuff
set
like
up
that.
before I even got home.
So and we've been live streaming a lot more lately, especially in the mornings and stuff like that. So. Yeah, thanks for all the love and hanging out and stuff. It's been fun and good. It's been fun and good. And you guys raised a lot of money for the cast, and we do appreciate that too. That really does help. Like we got this, and so you guys helping it makes it like I don't know. It feels like just like part of the community. It's good. So thank you guys so much.
We didn't take in the cat. This is what I told my boss too, and he's like, "How much money do you want?" I said, "I didn't take the cat and get him to the doctor so that people would give me money. Like we were willing to take this all on ourselves." Like, all the cats, but especially, like, taking this one to the doctor and getting him all fixed up. He needs it. Like, how do you not? So, every little bit that everybody donates really does help, and we super appreciate it.
And every awe and every you're doing the right thing and every reassurance, we appreciate that just as much.
Yes. Like, it makes us feel good about being crazy cat people with entirely too many cats.
You definitely don't have to give the pennies. We just, just being there for us and the cats and stuff like that is good.
Yes, but thank you, Brittany, for the tiki cat. That's what they're having for dinner tonight, but don't tell them it's a surprise.
Yeah. Thank you. So I'm gonna go hit the buttons. So we'll see you tomorrow night.
Yes, tomorrow.
That was a good show.
Thanks, Dan.
Good show.
Tomorrow, 4 p.m.
And we'll probably go clean a little bit because when Crystal was here, she looked around. She said, "I'm about to throw everything away." You guys know how that goes sometimes. The other day, I wanted to burn the house. I burned everything.
The house is not dirty. The house is messy.
The puzzle where this is shuffled.
Too many things have been moved around, and you were doing too many things. When we do too many live streams, and like if you guys have seen Dan streaming, you know like there's these yellow. I'll show you. There's a bunch of these on the table because I wanted some of these shelves, but they're really expensive, so I bought unfinished ones, and then I've been painting them, but now they're sticky, and I have to get a clear coat to put on the outside, so then they're just sitting there collecting cat hair and fuzz. But there's just like crap everywhere that hasn't been put away, and I need to put everything away so that my chi feels better because it's a mess.
You know what? There's some chi, but it's buried in the back room underneath the avalanche of stuff that I threw back there. So
with your old chair and the box for your new chair.
Thank you so much.
Everything needs to go in the trash.
What's the Dantex?
Throw it all away.
What's the Dantex name?
Trivia. The theme is trivia and questions.
You gotta tune in and find out. Crystal works really hard on the themes, and you can't know ahead of time.
It's a secret. I don't want you studying. Does Jeopardy tell you, hey, tomorrow night's questions are gonna be these? No.
You have to wait until after that.
It's time for the category. Boop, 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 boop. Here you go. Nope. You gotta wait. You gotta be there 4 p.m. Pacific, and I'll tell you what the first category is. Not right at 4 p.m. When Dan's done yapping, and we get to it, and we explain the show, and all the stuff and things. Dale says, I thought Blake had 3D printed those things. No, but that's a good idea. I might have to make him do that.
What is it?
Don't they call the shells? Don't they call that OCD? Oh, that's... I don't know which particular aspect you're talking about, but lots of these things are OCD and...
She's from the OCD.
I'm gonna clean everything. All of the things. All weekend. And I'm gonna try to make... Oh, I just punched you so hard. I didn't know you were right there.
You punched me in the gizzards.
I thought you were standing up, not like... pushing your butt out. I'm going to try to make Dan sand the ceiling. I don't think we're ready to paint it because we did have a little bit of a leakage situation when it rained. But if he can sand the ceiling, I can paint the walls while he's gone all next month.
We can do that for sure. I'm having a staring contest with BRM Bug now on his little avatar. Also, Wilhelmina says, I hope I win. I probably won't win. Look,
keep trying.
I've been here for 4 years. Haven't won a single game. What about you? Do you win?
I win all the games. I make the questions.
Okay. Okay. Bye. Bye. Dan, everybody.
Hannah said, you've got me in my feels. Love you guys. Oh, we love you. Thank you guys again, everybody, for showing up. Then you go, girl. I will. I'll go and clean all the things and wipe down all the things. Do you guys know that I call Clorox wipes Save the World wipes? Because I'm going to save the world one wipe at a time. And I'm going to clean everything and wipe everything down and get rid of all the germs and the pet footprints and the bits of cat food and the dust and the hair. And it's all going to get cleaned up. And that's how I'm spending my Friday night.
Say goodbye with your cat in your hand. Your floor cat.
Oh, Tobo! Come here, buddy. Hi. He's purring. Bye, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. It's not my mess to clean.
No, we already said goodbye. You can't after show.
Okay, bye.
Okay, goodbye.